good to me.
All right.
Do we know whose game we're supposed to be covering first?
We don't know that.
Okay.
How do we want to test audio? I didn't think that through, Jaden. Do we want to see if
How?
Lloyd is willing to just quickly test?
Sure.
I'll just. We'll quickly message him. We are live now, though, Jaden. Just for reference, our voice should be on the stream.
I think. Yeah, I'm hearing it. Great.
I mean, hearing it, but I mean, I think how loud is a question.
It sounds fine to me. Obviously, it's hard for me to test because I'm.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I think we should look at table 4, Gunslinger versus MD Kelly, because we're definitely going to get.
That said, we can stream anyone this time. We were told it's a free for all now, so.
Oh, I thought we were trying to do like lower tables and leave like winning a dinner and Jenny to the top tables.
Yeah, that I think is the plan.
That's true.
Yeah, I think the plan here is to stream some of the lower tables. Whoever's up for really threat of elimination, what we're after.
We're definitely going to get. Apparently, there's an echo.
Yeah, I assume that's from you playing the audio.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let me mute that.
Because I don't know where else that would be coming from.
That's fair. I've muted it now, so hopefully in several seconds it'll be better.
Yeah, when you catch up, we'll find out. Keep the random conversation going until we have confirmation we're not.
I'm talking. I love talking.
It's true. Keep it going until we confirm the audio's alright.
In contact with the other streamers, like, are you able to like just like I don't know, arrange with them? Look, we'll do this game. You do that kind of deal, or is it kind
in
of just...
theory, yes.
Okay, it's fine if not, but you know.
Look, we can say what games we want to cover if we want to cover something specifically. I just said we're more than happy to cover lower tables. If that makes sense.
I don't know. I think the higher seeds pick.
Right.
So I don't know if that there's a on table 3. There's a Tau, or a Max.
Oh, there's actual pairing and stuff.
Yeah, there's pairings on the Cobra.
Oh,
so I can see the pairing. We just don't know who's playing what side because I think higher seeds pick. We can also look at deck lists and sort of see, is there a deck list that we're really interested in?
We're familiar with Neb Kelly, Gunslinger. Do we want to go for table 4?
We could do, yeah. I'm hoping that we see the NBN versus Zaya matchup, but I assume Gunslinger's picking and therefore is going to pick a sports medal, which is maybe less interesting. Yeah. No. Oh my god. We got to go table 3. Have you looked at his deck list? It's Fear the Masses.
Oh.
I don't even know if that's what's going to get played. It might be the other one. But the other one is an outfit. We're either going to see the Fear the Masses or like a program trashing outfit, which both look sick as hell.
Okay, so do you want me to say to the other, the stream chat that we'll probably start with table 3?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, hang on, Dan. I'll mention it to them. We'll start with table 3. Yeah. I don't think I have a preference too much, but table 3.
I think table 3.
Okay, so Lloyd says he's hearing us fine, so that's good. That's the main thing. Echo's gone, but that was
fair enough.
That was because you had the echo going in your one.
Yeah, Rongi Donja's list looked pretty standard and less interesting, but I think Rotage lists are both really fun and interesting. So who knows?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, should I switch over to do we want to look at the table? Do we want to look at deck list? Like what?
I think we want to look at deck list. If we know that we're doing, I mean, we've got like 25 minutes till the game starts, so we can actually probably go offline for like 10 minutes or so, and then come back 15 minutes ahead. Look at some deck lists.
It's true. We have options.
Because I don't know that we want to fill 25 minutes.
I'm gonna open up the deck list thing. It's true. 25 minutes is a long time. We didn't think that through, did we, Jaden?
No. I think that's fine because I thought we were just going to do some testing and stuff.
We are. Yeah. I think doing some. I think
we can take the audio offline. Maybe put a clock on for 10 minutes. Come back then.
Right.
We can.
Do we want to go through any of the decks first then, or
we're going to come back? If we come back in about 10 minutes, that's 15 minutes before the game starts, and I think we have time to look at some deck lists. Then is my thought.
All right, I'll change our thing now that we do have audio correct. To, actually, I guess we just keep it as starting 2. Do we keep it as starting at?
What are you talking about?
For the stream thing, do we keep it as starting in? Now that we know our audio is working fine, or do we want to have it as back in?
Either way doesn't it? I really don't. You
Alright.
can make that decision. I couldn't.
This whole time we've been talking, we were muted.
Are you serious? Is this real? The whole time?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Just Play
Are
Better.
you kidding?
We're
We
the
just
only
went
Netrunner
through
channel
all
who
the
mutes
talking.
themselves and doesn't realize it.
What the hell? We just went through all the deck lists. What the hell? Mom!
Oh,
How did that
my god,
happen?
I can't believe that.
That was extremely good content. We're talking
Oh my
really
god,
insightfully.
we had some really good deck discussion of what to expect for some of these games.
Okay, now we're talking over the game. There was an Audacity. He's scored of Vitruvius or something.
This is the Asia-Pacific Continental Championship top cut. Yeah, I got the title wrong because we're following a different game than what we said.
Well, it doesn't matter what we said. No one heard. They have no idea what we plan to do. Oh, straight up going conduit and running an open R&D.
Look, I guess you've got to go fast.
I think so.
Yeah. I'm your host, Martin, and I'm joined by Jaden, and we're jumping into it. The only Netrunner show known for being muted as we were talking.
I can't believe how good we were doing, and then we messed up.
So I changed the overlay to the right thing, but forgot to unmute. I can't believe that.
That is the only important. The overlay is irrelevant.
Well, no.
I cannot stress that enough.
And then Lloyd, for once, didn't warn us.
What is Lloyd's part in all this? Anyway, back to the game. We've got an ice on R&D, 2 counter conduit, a scored 3-2, spin doctor on the table, another unknown in the remote.
Yeah. It's
interesting setup here. Do you think he's dirty laundering HQ to
it's
see
definitely
the
going
card
fast, yeah.
hand? Do you think he'll challenge this unresed R&D ice, or does he want to try and get another SMC or a breaker?
That is a good question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what you'd go for because they just go really fast. At this point.
The thing is, the problem is if it's a Hagen on R&D, because that will get rid of the conduit, which would really be a step back. That's the one that really. Gatekeeper or Drafter, you don't want to really hit any of them except Mag. So yeah, checking archives after the Audacity, seeing a spin doctor get popped.
Okay, we've got audio confirmation. Our audio is good now.
Thank you.
I can't believe how much deck discussion we did.
So obscenely much, and really good as well.
Yeah, I agree. Oh well.
Got a fast break in the bin. Fast break is a cool, interesting pick to sort of
that is a nice pick. That's one we
haven't seen a lot into a single click.
I haven't seen as much in some of the other sports medal decks.
No, but also I don't mind throwing that out to an Audacity early in the game. That's completely fine.
True.
It's very situational.
It's yeah.
And he's picked up a hyperloop from the bin as well. So that's just pure tempo for the corp. Good point for the runner though. I don't know how I feel about stealing a hyperloop early in the game. It doesn't feel like it helps.
It doesn't feel like it helps. Yeah, hyperloop's not ideal for what you want to steal.
It's better than stealing a mega pre, I suppose.
I think you definitely want to hit with 3-2s. Or even a Vatron really early on isn't too bad.
A Vatron in the first couple turns feels great.
Vatron later on gets worse, but yeah. But yeah, Smoke just going really fast.
You have to go really fast. Still not a lot of get up on the
fast
table.
Smoke. I love to see a fast Smoke deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're going fast in the sense that they're getting a lot of accesses, but there's no setup as far as I can tell. They need like another SMC or some breakers.
That's only a problem when the corp's more established, I think.
Possibly true, but the main thing he wants to do is use this conduit to get on R&D. So he's going to need something. It's true.
You gotta have to start getting. Oh, a Beth coming down.
There's
too bad against.
That feels good. 14 credit.
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, a Bass. Oh, it looks like we're going to see another score here. That was just sitting on the table.
That was. Another 3-1. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. You'd like it to the runner to have that other mega pre first.
You do want that, yeah. That's
scoring one, sets up your own, feels pretty good.
Yeah, but both playing very fast, very quick.
Very fast, yes. Anacam into gambles, that's going to get him some draw. Another click to draw. Paperclip in the bin, that's good.
Link? Do I have a stream link? I should have a stream link.
I should just a link to the YouTube, right?
I imagine so. I don't imagine any other way to get our channel found, Jaden.
And even then, it's pretty tough.
Even then, yeah, we're notoriously known for not having our stream ever open
Yeah, or and
sometimes
when it is open,
that's good.
can't hear us.
Sometimes,
No
yeah.
sound.
Sometimes no audio. It's a
Poor
classic.
resolution. That's a famous bit.
Look, we
Okay,
fixed the resolution presumably.
great. Sprint into sprint. So again, oh god, the pace on this match
I know
is
this. Yeah,
crazy.
really fast pacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So I have to assume just digging for a biotic would be good, an audacity would be good, more agendas, just
Yeah, you want to keep
getting
the
the
tempo.
tools before
I
he can
agree.
get into this R&D.
It's
Do you think with the paperclip in the bin he can just run at R&D, like mitigate the Hagen, which would be the worst case, but eat a gatekeeper or a drafter potentially?
those are the potentials, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to keep tempo up, presumably, how much more safety you kind of want to go? Ooh,
Or
another
double
ice coming
Aston
down.
R&D. Which maybe indicates it was a Hagen, and he just wants
Quite
to
possibly, yes.
get something a little safer. Diesel to draw 4 cards feels good.
Yeah, to draw 4, yeah, pretty
Mm-hmm.
good. Nice Anacam interaction.
He's got a laundry here. Is he just going to go to the bin for money? That feels... I'd rather be doing something else with this click, but if that's what he got... Oh, and he's going to undo.
Ooh.
Are we keeping track of this? Are we going to keep track of the undo clicks?
I'm not keeping track of undo. I only keep track of your undo clicks, Jaden.
Okay.
And that's because you're a member of Just Play Better. And we do not... We allow ourselves one undo click.
Penrose, there we go.
Ooh, Penrose coming down. Very nice.
Going HQ. I don't think he can break a drafter here, but drafter went in the run,
you're
so
welcome,
he'll get the laundry
Andrew.
no matter what.
You're glad you're enjoying the stream.
No problem, Andrew. Binge man. Ah, well, if there's a man who loves to binge, strap in. We're doing this for some amount of time.
We sure are. It's
Oh, a
definitely.
gatekeeper at 6. That's possibly a problem because he doesn't have the stealth credits to boost to 6.
Yeah, it's
so losing the laundry run there. That's really unfortunate. I did forget that gatekeeper would be out of Penrose's range on that first turn.
Yeah, on the first gatekeeper res is always
really
tough.
And a biotic. I think those 2 sprints found him.
Ooh, Vitruvia's getting scorned.
He's on fire. He is down to 3 credits, which maybe means he can't protect.
It is true. It's a good chance
do
to go
much on R&D, unless there's another gatekeeper, which is exactly what he can res. Jailbreak is going to get him 2 cards and 2 accesses though, so that feels good.
Yeah, jailbreak. Yeah, good.
He's got an audacity in hand, which is you can score out from so little with an audacity.
Yeah,
if he's got a 3/2 in hand,
a lot of pressure.
As much as he can, but I don't know. Can you see
needing some better cards access, I think. Or
there's a mantle.
Yeah, there's a mantle coming down, helping a little bit more with the stealth.
Possibly see 3 if we get in.
It's conduit coming in.
I don't know that he reses unless there's a gatekeeper and he doesn't have the agenda in hand. Yeah. Maybe then you res.
Yeah, and Andrew also pointing out tough way back here with Audacity. We couldn't agree more. So much Audacity playing throughout this tournament.
Yeah,
especially the sports medal decks.
There is an imp in this deck, I believe, but he just hasn't found the time to find it or get it out.
It's true. They are trying. They are going as fast as they can.
He absolutely has to.
Testing R&D, yes.
Looks like Soccer is thinking about this. I assume this is... There's possibly a gatekeeper is the only thing I would think about resing there.
I mean, that's one of the few things I think they could res.
3 unseen cards, trashes a receiver, no agendas, nothing else trashable there. Does he probably go back? Yeah, we're going to see.
Yeah, there's no reason. Fresh cards? No reason not to at that point.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Oh, vanilla is also... Was there a vanilla in this one? I assume there was.
I don't think maybe there was a vanilla, actually. You're right. No, I don't see any vanillas in the list.
I don't see a vanilla. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, no vanillas.
We got Magna, Drafter, Gatekeeper,
There's
Hagen.
The Audacity.
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah, it was in hand.
Good game.
He had rough.
A lot of accesses. But yeah, the core sports medal doing its thing, just going really, really fast.
Yeah, wow. I don't think there was anything wrong with any line that Giles took at any point.
Yeah, there wasn't nothing apparently like a misplay. Just some unfortunate accesses and the corp just going that much faster.
Oh yeah, hitting the gatekeeper and not being able to break it. I mean, I don't know if he already had the cards in hand to sort of score out that he needed, but that felt like a huge setback.
Jump to a.
Do we want to jump into another game?
Yeah. Who do we want?
Do we want to see what Gunslinger and NB Kelly are up about? It's another sports medal, I'm guessing. It might be close to done already.
It could. Look. I assume it's almost gone. Ah, yes.
What's going on here?
We're joined and it's already over.
And I've joined the wrong game somehow.
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, I jumped into Rongi Doges and they had
I-
scored out.
All right. Yeah. Mine. I'm
Mine
refreshing
is
this. Mine keeps jumping me back to that game too.
Yeah, I do have.
That's weird.
That has a weird issue that does keep happening.
It's happened a couple
Boys,
times
these
throughout our
Top Cut
stream.
games are quick as heck.
Yeah.
A lot of sports metal will do that.
All right.
Let's see what's going on table 3.
Yeah, we're joining now.
Anything,
Gunslinger.
if there's anything but a Praetor left.
And we'll get our background back. There we go. Yeah. Everyone.
Do you want to just let them know? Oh wow, 6 agenda points versus 5. 2 res drafters. Bug Alter on the table. Amina on the table. Wow, this looks like a close
all
one.
Players saying they were completely fired and being streamed for Top Cut.
5
just letting them know they're on stream.
tags. There's at least one more counter surveillance in the deck.
Cool. 6 points.
Jailbreak.
It looks like
5
they're just waiting for the
credits.
Vatron to tick through.
Yeah, there's 1 turn left on the Vacheron.
It's all right. Yeah, it looks like we're coming to the end of this game as well.
It's really just a matter of, does Gunslinger have it? He's going for a counter surveillance, it looks like.
It sure is.
On HQ, that feels good. He's going to see 5 of the 6 cards in hand.
Oh, and then we have
a concession. He must have.
They won faster before I could update the Top Cut names. Very
GG. Good stuff, MD
Wow,
Kelly.
yeah. Fast games.
That looks like it would have been a really cool game. Even the part we saw was really cool.
It sure was, Jaden. It sure was. Wow.
Great. Do we want to try and duck in for the last 4 clicks of Motion Blur versus Ice Prisma? Why not?
Sure.
I'm not 100% sure what these players are on. Looks like HB Precision Design. That could go a little longer versus Luke.
So you're the Motion Blur one you said?
Yeah, it's the only one that's still playing, I believe.
Come on.
4v4 at this point.
I don't have an invalid password. Do I have the wrong one?
This is a cool board state. We got
Jaden,
2 imps that consume.
What?
What's going on?
I think I'm entering the wrong password. Just give me a sec.
It was APAC rule. I mean, it was a card.
That's what I thought. I'm not. Why is it?
Are you on the proverbial caps lock?
For some reason, yes. Why am I caps lock?
Oh my god, this is going so well.
Wow, I'm glad you can at least commentate the game without us seeing it.
People can't see.
So what's a board state looking like? We've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got some imps.
Yeah.
We've got
2
points to 4 points. Okay.
Yeah.
And we've got a different HB ID. And
clicking through that.
A loop.
He's
interesting.
hippoing the HQ Ice. Hopefully going to get an imp trigger here on one of these cards. I would think so, considering you got Knobcree, you got 2 imp, you got him to throw around.
It's true.
A Tranquility in a remote protect with 3 ice with 2 face downs, so a lot of possible options there. Could be an agenda. I'm assuming there's like at least a Skunkworks or a Cyberdex or a Void, some kind of horrible upgrade.
It's true. There's this game's widely different from our kind of super fast-paced kind of sports metal we have been seeing. We've got actual cards installed. We've got
I assume he's drawing up to try and find some ice to throw on top of his
can
HQ,
only imagine. So yes,
feels so horrible. 2 imp, Knobcree, open HQ.
Yeah, big server that won there. Wow.
And throwing something to 7-1, that might just be an agenda that he drew that he couldn't protect. Possibly.
Maybe even another.
And
upgrade.
he did find
Who
some
knows?
ice.
Ooh, gain some
That's
ice.
True. I mean, it also is a way to just draw another card while
a lot of
keeping
cards
tempo.
removed from game. What do we got? We got some.
There's are a lot of cards removed from game. I'm assuming there's some Gachapon fires. Yeah, we see 3 Gachapon in the bin, so that explains a lot of that.
What do we got in the bin? We got MK Ultra, Paperclip.
Yeah, options. You got one of everything. Got a Black Orchestra too. No res dice here. 11 credits. Another hippo coming down. I assume he's going to try and keep up this HQ pressure. Is there a chance he wants to pivot to the remote?
Quite possibly. It's hard to say. What else are you expecting to kind of be in this server?
I'm assuming there's at least a Skunkworks and a Void. I don't think there's a Cyberdex, otherwise he may have purged at some point. Ooh, a Gatekeeper.
Ooh,
Now he
Gatekeeper.
does have the Black Orchestra. He can pull it, bump it, hippo it. About 9 credits. He will get some money back from Consume. It might be better to just keep that tempo up, even though it's a lot to install. It looks like he is going for the break here.
Sure.
And it's in the bin. It's gone.
It sure is.
That feels okay.
Yeah, Ice Prisma trashing some stuff as a loop, pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's
What's he gonna see here?
Yeah, we didn't look at this deck though, did we? These decks, I don't think.
No. Oh, a food in hand.
Ooh, stealing
that
a food.
Feels good. Yeah,
pretty
I
nice.
assume last click, run back, trash whatever the last card is in HQ.
I could only imagine more trashing. Yeah, keep the corp a bit oppressed.
Because you got the imp. It's 1 card. If it's like a seamless launch or something, that feels good to get rid of.
True. It's yeah, 6
because
points to
I mean
4.
he's on.
Ooh, going back in HQ just like we thought was seamless launch.
Yeah, that feels good.
Pretty nice.
The only agendas that could be in the remote are all 4-2s or 5-3s, so we'll need a seamless or something to score out unadvanced.
Yeah.
So until he advances something, you just keep hammering centrals.
Icing up HQ and getting a little bit more money.
Oh, a single advance.
Yes, single.
How many NGOs are in the bin? Because I think there's 2 in the bin. And there's only 2 in the deck, so that is definitely
there's only 2 in the deck.
An agenda in the remote.
Cool.
I mean, with 8 credits, 3 ice,
MCA in the bin.
Okay. Void won't do anything because he has no cards in hand.
Yeah,
Skunkworks is a lot to pay through.
It's
I mean, I don't know if you can necessarily from 8 credits protect this agenda. Not to the point where you can still score out. It's really tough.
Yeah, especially with the runner having some options available.
16
and some
credits,
money,
yeah. They're running R&D.
Runner's in a really good
drafter
spot.
Is interesting.
MK Ultra coming out, very good.
I mean, I suppose border control can eat a turn here, but
border control, eat a turn potentially. They just need that one more agenda, or which doesn't seem too.
Imp trashing a Braun. They're gonna push this remote. I would feel good about it. They're running R&D again.
Oh, interesting.
I think that's.
I guess if it is an NGO.
It can't be though. There's 2 in the bin.
Oh, they only on 2
in the deck.
I see. Yeah. Okay. I did not change tab to the deck list. With just with my layout, in case I missed stuff again.
It's a Cyberdex. That's gonna be a purge. That's gonna be 8 credits.
That is very nice on the corp. That is.
I really think not poking the remote at least one time there.
I agree. Look, especially with the corp on low credits, there wasn't and having like full like access to your breakers. Good argument for running it.
Even if you don't get in, just costing them money to hopefully get them below 3 credits where they can score.
So what else is motion
blue? And they're bringing an Ansel back. It's a pretty standard looking PD deck.
This time. I guess a Void could have also kept him out.
No, because they didn't have any cards in hand. You need cards in hand.
Oh, no, right. They didn't have any cards in hand. You're right. You've got me.
The only thing, like the Skunkworks would have cost them 5. They could have raised that. That could have been annoying.
It's true. Going back into R&D, trying to get an agenda.
He's getting a counter back on that imp. So even with the purge, there's still a lot of pressure.
There's still a lot of pressure, yeah.
3 credits to trash Skunkworks feels fine as loop. And it looks like he just wants to see the top card of R&D.
Yeah.
Wherever possible.
I agree. You just want to.
It feels okay through.
To get rid of another gatekeeper, fair enough.
Yep.
It's
doesn't feel too bad. Is he going to possibly click and then go see one more card off of R&D?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Do you run an R&D here, or do you go? What do you do here?
I don't know. I mean, he
Symbol chip coming down.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
you can definitely throw away one of the imps and pull like a
install
there's a clot thread is okay.
Ooh,
so actually, Spin Doctor's fine. I mean, there is the clot. I suppose the only fast advance they have is MCA. No, there's no biotics or anything, so maybe clot isn't that critical. But he can definitely refresh an imp, which feels good. Get it back up to 2.
It's true, yeah.
Seamless launch of Gatekeeper and R&D. That feels good.
Feels pretty nice.
That might be the brand that he pulled back with PD just before, which is it's a big ask from 3 credits to pull a paperclip and break that. It's what, 9 credits all up?
A little bit of money.
Yeah, they have sort of slowed down a little bit. The purge did set them back when they had a couple counters on that
that was a
consume.
really good purge by the Corp.
Yeah,
Story to purge agenda. Good old
exactly
virus
what I
hate.
need. Put them on game point, get them 8 credits, and just sort of wipe the virus counters. That was
Not sure why
a
you didn't
key
trash
play.
the first time. Me neither, Andrew. Me neither. But it's a close game. Ooh, could that be another? Ooh, not Spin Doctor. 2 Spin Doctors gone now.
Yep.
How many were they on? I assume you've got the
I
deck list up.
believe 3.
3. Fair enough.
I would assume, yeah, 3 Spin Doctor.
Because yeah, there were
3
definitely
Rashida,
some
2
corps I swear
NGO,
that did
1
have all 3.
MCA.
1 MCA. Wow.
I mean, 1 MCA feels good just to
1
sort of
MCA
give
is
you
not bad. Yeah. Not everything has to be a
options.
fast-paced, go quickly
Install
deck.
Advance, that is definitely going to be an agenda in there. 3 Ice, presumably, and he can pay for Skunkworks now. Sorry,
Yeah.
pay for Void a couple times if need be.
It's true. They've got cards in hand. They got some
This is going
credits.
to be a pretty tough ask if they can res.
It's
Yeah,
yeah.
I assume they probably can. There's probably like, a border controller, gatekeeper, maybe 1 Ancillor brand. They can probably res some combination of those that work
Yeah.
well enough with Void and Skunkworks to keep them
Yeah.
out.
11 credits. The runner's still on some credits. Could.
Yeah, can definitely put some pressure on, but I don't know if they can definitely force the remote. They are going HQ.
And hoping for another agenda.
Well, you know what? Every time I run, I'm hoping for an agenda almost. So
that's true. You especially on game point, you always want to hit the last
so
agenda.
it's really good to when I steal an agenda and it puts me on game point. That is to me the way to go. To get that 7th point feels really good.
Or even 8th point if you
Strategically,
overscore.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Honestly, even 8 points, it's as good as 7, and maybe even better.
Sure is, Jaden.
Looks like they're having to think about whether they res here. It is a tough call. Obviously we don't know what the ice is.
It's true. Yeah. Not knowing the ice, but yeah, doing you res here.
I have to assume
they've
there's
got
an
something
agenda in hand.
Otherwise,
Exactly.
you'd let him in and like, or maybe you just want to try to tax the runner.
Oh, it is a border control. That's. I mean, that's 5 or 6 credits depending on how much they want to break. If they feel like getting through here.
That's true.
It is 4 credits is a lot to res.
Yeah, 4 credits. It's
But also letting them run 4 times on HQ doesn't feel good if there's an agenda in hand.
You've got to assume there's an agenda in hand at this point with that
absolutely
res.
with that res for sure.
That's not taxing enough, I don't think, to
Now
otherwise.
do you pull the paperclip up here, which basically I think means you're really going to struggle on the remote going down to 6. What do you just bounce, give them their credit, and with 8 credits, with them on 8 credits, try and push the remote. No, they're gonna pay through the border control. I think a pretty reasonable decision.
Yeah, hoping for that agenda.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah,
which means and they can
too bad of attacks.
Yeah, they can still break through that, get at least 2 more actors on HQ. Skunkworks in HQ. Do you think it's worth just imping that one just to up your value next time? Or, I mean, you could pay 3 for it, but then that means you can still get 2 runs in. It just means you're giving them money, which doesn't matter too much right now.
Yeah.
I think maybe you just pay for it.
Yeah, paying for it's not too bad. It's
no, they're gonna leave that, I think.
Yeah.
I would really like to remove that from it. If your plan is to still go HQ,
if you, yeah, I guess
the rest of the time.
I guess if you're going HQ or if you're gonna try to get into that remote.
That's right. I guess if you're pivoting to the remote, you maybe leave it just so you can.
Oh, HQ again. Interesting.
I really would have liked to have paid 3 to trash there, especially with Loop giving you a credit back. You still have enough to sort of run a couple times.
It's
gonna
true.
feel sad if we see that Skunkworks again.
Yeah, Andrew suggesting they symbol chip it and save cards. Or save creds, sorry. That makes sense. Yeah, save creds makes a lot more sense than cards. I was confused
that
for a
symbol
second.
chip there is an option.
Yeah, symbol chip. Yeah, it could have been.
So,
otherwise, yeah, I'm not. What are they saving the symbol chip for? Do you think?
I don't know.
I guess they can always reinstall a botulus.
Possibly. Is there a botulus in the bin?
There is a botulus in the bin.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So that is true. Border control to end the run. 2 clicks less. So that's 2 free accesses on HQ if he wants it.
Do you have HQ or do you try to?
I think so because I have to assume you can't get through like a Skunkworks Void remote at this point.
At this point, not easily.
Yeah.
I
think you go HQ. you import whatever you see, you run again. Hopefully the 2 accesses gets you there.
Yeah, such a close game.
I mean, you could, if you run the remote, they're on 7. They will have to spend. Is there a way to definitely make sure they get down to less than 3 credits? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's
Because if you just void twice, that puts them exactly on 3.
It's true. Voiding twice, assuming that is a void.
That's true. There's no. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a void in there.
Yeah,
But otherwise, it would have to be what, 2 skunkworks? Well, no, there's one there. I have to assume it's skunkworks void.
Yeah.
If there was a
that is
Cyberdex, I feel like it could have been used at some point.
So,
A Cyberdex probably would have been used at some point to clear out, the imps and get some money potentially.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's skunkworks and 1 void.
I don't see a Cyberworks in the bin.
Yeah.
And we've seen both Spin Doctors since we've joined, I believe.
Yes.
So, yeah, I assume.
True. Ice Prisma, wondering if it's sort of
Cyberworks.
A bait to run HQ.
Oh, yeah, Ice Prisma asking the questions we're all asking. Is it a bait to run HQ or not?
It's true. There's only 2 agendas left in the entire game. One is definitely in the remote. And then there's 11 cars left in R&D. So there's a fair chance that this is just quite the ruse from Motion Blur, which would be a cool play.
Yeah, Andrew also picking up on potentially a ruse for HQ there.
Mm-hmm.
I think R&D needs to
don't.
happen,
I just. I can never see these ruses
Andrew
coming.
wants to see an R&D run. What are your thoughts on that, Jaden? Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
He had to trust the stunks if the strategy is running 4 HQs. I think R&D needs to happen though.
Yes. Yeah. I don't. I mean, check the top of R&D. I don't know. It feels just as likely it's in HQ as R&D to me. I think that's reasonable.
If it's not in HQ, it's a really kind of good bluff by Motion Blur there.
I agree. But to be honest, if it's a good bluff, I kind of want to play the bluff out and give in to the bluff to some degree. That's my own sort of sickness.
It's true.
If I realize I'm currently being bluffed, I either need to win or I need to get fully bluffed. I don't want to get half
coming from a
bluffed
man who's
and play to an out.
Who's like jacked out of a server 4 times in a single turn against me before. And that was all
fake. I could have gone back click 2, and I wanted to get fully bluffed.
You got into the server, jacked out, ran again, jacked out. I ended the run. You ran again. I think you finally won, maybe. But man,
oh yeah, like that's the idea. I have to win or get fully bluffed.
It was a whole turn, 4 clicks on the same thing.
I don't want to spend 2 clicks getting bluffed and then play to an out.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
It's true. You want to fully commit.
To me, HQ. Two more accesses here.
Yeah,
that's the only way to do it.
Pretty decent getting 2 more accesses.
For the narrative, that's the best way to go forward, I think.
4 credits to potentially trash. You've also got the imp still.
Yeah, I mean,
so you can get rid of at least
you definitely
card.
Imp whatever you see there. I think not trashing the skunkworks was a mistake. As the
especially going back into HQ, yeah.
Clicking liberated, seeing the top of R&D. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's decided that was a ruse on HQ.
There you go, Andrew, seeing an R&D run just like you wanted.
Okay. Well, if this is the agenda,
let's see.
That's pretty sick.
Ooh.
No, just the tranquility. Imp for value. I think that's going to be scoring out.
Yep, there we have it.
Giant purge to end the game.
Big
decisive
big
win.
purge. Yeah.
Well played there by Motion Blur. I think.
Good.
You do have to ask the question, or hopefully it gets asked. Was there an agenda in HQ?
Yeah, I assume there was. It's otherwise...
You think it was? You think it was not a ruse? Okay.
We're finding out right now if there was an agenda.
This is exciting.
Yeah, cool. Of course.
Last agenda in R&D, it was a ruse.
Wow, that was a really good ruse. I would have felt for it. I would have hammered HQ 4 times that turn if that was me. Wow.
I agree. I also would have fallen for the ruse. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, good play. Good ruse there by Motion Blur.
Yeah,
good win.
I wonder how defensible that remote was. It was a close game.
It's.
I really think there was that turn where he could have pushed on the remote when there was install advance on the earlier Cyberdex.
Yeah.
I think
there was definitely
not going for that really tilted the momentum in the other direction.
Yeah.
But I think it was clearly a close sort of seesaw-y kind of game and a good win.
Yeah, good.
So where does that leave us?
For
the next round, I guess they'll be preparing soon.
Yeah, I assume they're not immediately updating and calm down. just like we thought.
I'm excited.
Not immediately up.
So we got
do we want to bring
3
decks back
corp
onto
wins
stream then?
by our top stream, by our top seeds picking. They all pick corp, by the way. Every person who got to pick corp.
I could
and
only
3 of them
imagine
won.
they'd only pick corp. Especially
Corp
the
feel pretty
sports
good
medal
right now.
ones. Because again, we went through the decks off stream apparently because we didn't put audio on. Bring back Mad Dash. I agree, Matt. I agree. Mad Dash, great card. Yeah. Perfect. Why we wait for pairings, Jane? Do we want the decks on stream again, or?
Sure.
Oh no,
why not?
pairings are up. Cool.
Pairings are up.
Yeah.
Who do we want, or
Who do we
will we
want?
just let?
Does any particular games anyone wants followed?
We could see Rodage play his outfit corp deck, or NB Kelly play their Reality Plus.
You wanna follow those?
Oh yeah. Let's look at table 6. Rongi Doge. We'll get to see their max deck versus, I think, Reality Plus. I think that could be fun. APOC Max versus a cool Reality Plus deck.
Yeah. So we wanna.
That'll be a winners bracket, so that'll be good as well.
So which table was that? Sorry, Jaden.
Table 6.
Table 6. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we'll wait for the game to go live, and then we'll join that one. We can join a table 6. Well, we want to take a look. People wanting to see NB Kelly.
NB Kelly follow to the front. Yeah, table 6 works for me.
Yeah, perfect. All right, yeah, we'll follow.
I'm feeling really good about Neb Kelly, as you call him, which maybe is right for all I know.
I'm not sure. If you happen to know if it's NB Kelly or Neb Kelly,
shall we take a look at his Reality Plus deck? I haven't actually looked too quickly at it. All I know is it's got 3 ping in it, and therefore it is the best deck in the entire top cut.
3 ping in it. Wow. Let's bring that up. Wow. Yeah. Okay. 3 ping.
I'm seeing. Wow, there's a real interesting mix of things. We're saying a single price deck, a single seamless launch, only 1 hard hitting news, 1 market forces, a sync brie, couple exchanged,
yeah,
daily quest,
pretty
QPMs,
nice.
fun houses, turnpike, Bologna.
Yeah.
Every card I'm reading.
It
doesn't
scream sports medal, and it's a nice change.
3 mouseless as well. That's 9 influence, but it's horrible to get through. It gives a tag, does a little damage.
Jaden, you were not the versing opponent here.
Oh god, did I really wanted to play.
He's from New Zealand. Ah, okay. Andrew, clarifying where he's from.
Thank you, Andrew.
So probably NB was right, not
Matt
how
Reeves.
I was saying.
Matt Reeves is like a famous person's name, right? Am I making this up?
Pardon?
Never mind. Isn't there like a famous person called Matt Reeves?
Quite possibly, Jaden.
And they're watching our stream? That's incredible.
Yeah, welcome to Just Play Better. This is the NISEI Asia-Pacific Continental Championship. I'm your host, Martin. I am joined by Jaden, aka SpaceIce, aka The Frank.
That's me, Jaden SpaceIce. Oh, he's a director. He did some of those Planet of the Apes movies. He's doing the new Batman, which I'm not going to watch for some reason.
Sure
thing. Who cares?
I
can't believe he's watching our stream. Maybe we're going to influence the new.
I'll take your word on that, Jaden.
Perfect. Anyway, I'm done with that now.
Okay, sure.
So, have we taken a look at Rongi Doge's list?
I'm not sure what we have or haven't taken a look at this point.
We did take a look at it while we were muted. That's right. But it's a pretty solid looking.
Andrew's saying it's Keanu Reeves.
Apox.
In response to your conversation there, Jaden.
What? No, I was not thinking of Keanu. I know Keanu Reeves, please. I also know Matt Reeves because I go really deep. No, that's fine. Yeah, it's just a name that struck me as vaguely familiar, and I was possibly right.
Quite possibly.
He's on 2 clot this max, by the way. That's pretty sick. 2 clot with no simul chips.
Matt Reeves confirming he's not the director you're thinking of, just a different Matt Reeves. Thank you for the clarification.
Okay, thank you, Matt
Reeves.
Confusing
Jaden and getting him very off topic. Which is what we want to see.
Just because we're on the top cut and actually people are watching doesn't mean we have to be on topic for once.
What other deck did we want to see? We've got the Neb Kelly. Do we want to see the Rotage one you said?
The Rongi Doge.
That's it.
How about, the person playing. He's on an APOC max. Oh no, there is simul chips. I'm completely blind. 2 simul chip, 2 clot, 3 botulus, 3 moshing, 2 botulus.
Sure.
So some interesting little variations within the APOC, the fairly familiar sort of APOC Anarch.
Yeah,
sort of
the
framework.
APOC arc looks pretty familiar. This one.
It's got a Stargate there for some pressure afterwards, an imp.
Yep. Sure.
But otherwise, it looks
One
pretty
imp.
all in
How
on.
do you feel about a singular imp, Jaden?
Single imp is fine, especially there are symbol chips and labor rights. I feel like imp is really high value right now. You get it and it feels good. You don't get it and it's not like you have no game plan after that. So I think it's fine.
Yeah, fair
Have
enough.
that as an option.
And we're just waiting for a start now. Yeah, these are some pretty good games in Netrunner. A lot of fast stuff though. Very fast sports medal.
Well, I mean, Reality Plus looks. I don't think it's slow by any means, but it's definitely going to have a very different pace than I think a normal
we
HB does.
expecting who's corping in this game?
I believe we know that it is.
Oh, we do know?
It is
Okay.
NB Kelly. We're seeing his Reality Plus.
Okay, we are seeing that. Cool.
Yes. 100%.
Perfect.
Possibly the deck I'm most excited to see.
I'm pretty keen to see this deck too.
The Tal deck as well. I kind of hope Rotage wins, so we get to have one more chance to see that deck.
It's true. The Tau deck was looking pretty interesting, as no one heard but us.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh wow! Good job, Jaden. Good job.
Yeah.
It's
So I'm just trying and sort of math out like what the game for this Reality Plus is going. I assume it's just try and protect a daily quest, make things like really difficult and annoying to run.
Yeah.
2 public trail and 1 hard-hitting news is pretty published. So I guess they're more about exchange of information rather than landing a bunch of tags.
That makes sense.
I guess there's also the option of public trail into hard-hitting news, which is pretty horrible. And then, of course, lots of taggy ice.
Yeah.
And then
1 hard-hitting news, yeah. It's
an interesting mix of things.
It
and
looks like a fun list. It looks pretty different compared to what we have been seeing as well.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see it.
It's a nice change of pace from all the decks we've had on stream, especially yesterday and today.
Yeah.
So hard to steal agendas, according to Andrew. Which,
yes.
Yeah. Looks like it's pretty rough.
Absolutely. And like landing an APOC as well when you don't want to end your turn with tags, when you have to go to like fun houses and thoughts and things that force you to take tags.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have like a Deuces Wild that could help out. He does have Amped Up to give him a little more time, but I think it looks like a sort of a bit of a slugfest possibly.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like if he can land an APOC, I do think it's hard to rebuild.
Andrew saying when he played against this deck, he got Market Force for 24 credits.
I did see that little screenshot there. That was incredibly rude.
I did not see that screenshot.
Hold on, I'm doing some math in my head. Bing man. Okay. I'm figuring out identities here.
Very good, Jaden. Very good.
No, it's okay.
Do we know
I can't believe we have like possibly I think the actual coolest deck in the top 8 in our chat here who didn't get to make it through. My Jemison hero. Anyway.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that Jemison deck. That was
not my Jemison.
Not your Jemison deck.
Really
yeah, the other one.
My
My
Jemison
God,
deck, terrible.
that looked like a wild ride. Yeah, we got I think about almost another minute before the games are underway, if I'm not mistaken. Any other? Have we looked at all the decks now? I'm not even sure.
No.
What are the other pairings
if that are in this? Yeah, we can take a look at like who else is going to be playing.
Yeah. What games realistically do you think will be finished before we even get to them?
I mean, Giles Davis is on Acer versus Loop. That feels like a game that could go a little bit longer. There's also, the Outfit versus Zaya, which I think would be not necessarily the quickest game. So I think the first one is Sports Metal versus 419. I mean, 419 can drag it out, but it's Sports Metal. I think that one will.
Yeah,
Andrew
confirming he is the Jemison and Ken deck like you thought, Jaden.
Yes.
He's got a Screaming Child, only presumably because he's not still in.
Yes, I assume a Screaming Child disappointed that their father dropped. I assume.
Yeah, only logical thought there. No, but yeah, they look like a wild deck. They look pretty fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, they are looking to start up. We've got 2 keeps.
All right, and we're in. Perfect.
That feels good.
We're Max and Reality Plus, just like we thought.
Yeah.
It's, should be a good game of Netrunner. Good luck to both players.
Yes.
And
so
yeah.
let's see. I'm interested to see what NB does here. He's going okay. HQ and a remote. I was wondering if he
Ooh,
did try
daily
and push for a
quest,
daily quest first, or
pretty
just try
fast
and
out.
show off his
Okay,
centrals a bit.
icing up
Yeah.
HQ. Yeah, R&D open.
Imp
but
straight in the bin, which
wow,
I mean, it might have been nice to get,
Imp
but
and a
there are several
clot.
trips.
Not that clot is
Clot
too
doesn't matter
relevant
in
in
this
this
in
matchup.
this.
No.
I mean, there's 15 minutes, which you could stop, I suppose.
Yeah, there's.
But
Oh, could you imagine clotting a 15 minutes?
oh, he's throwing out an APOC to his moshing there, which is probably fine. He's
Interesting.
got more.
And a paperclip though, so getting a paperclip in the bin.
Yeah, this is good.
Dirty
And another
laundry, not
moshing.
too bad.
Yeah, he's not challenging this daily quest, which I think is pretty reasonable. It was up to 15 credits on that first
Yeah,
turn.
that's
It's
pretty
not a
good
bad
turn
start
one.
at all.
We've
Paperclip
got
in the
the
bin.
chat cheering for NB here.
Absolutely, and you know what? We've got the commentary cheering for NB as well. I will point
Yes,
out.
this is a very biased stream apparently.
Yeah.
You know, which is what we're really about here at Just Play Better. A biased stream to some people, especially names we vaguely recognize. Good old drop bears, really.
Yes.
Is Ronji on
Ooh.
APOC? Yes, Ronji.
Yes,
Ronji
he
is
is.
on APOC Max. How many copies did he have again, Jaden?
I believe he's got all three. Yes, he does have 3 APOC.
They do have
So
3
don't feel
APOC.
too bad throwing one out. He is going to push after this daily quest. We did see NB. Oh, Mouseless.
Yeah. APOC could be a bit rough for NB. We agree, Andrew.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
Mouseless.
if he's able to land the APOC, it's tough to build back up, I think, as this deck.
Yeah.
You can definitely make the APOC really tricky and annoying, but
It's true.
if it's landed, it's hard to come back from, I think.
Yeah, it's
and he has been able to spike the daily class, which is just pretty nice. Yeah. Not terribly scary Mouseless. Did lose a rebirth. Bit of a clip and an MK already in the bin.
Yeah, having 2 breakers in the bin this early.
NB clicking nice. For credits here.
Another daily
quest. Do you just go straight back through this Mouseless?
I mean,
and
yeah,
Black August
probably.
are in the bin as well, so
Black
could pay through it if they want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push HQ.
Marshalless sure is, Andrew. Sure is.
Ping.
Ooh, Ping, your favorite card.
That's gonna be a tag.
The reason you gravitated this deck immediately, Jaden. Ping, landing a tag. Pretty good.
Absolutely. I mean, not too bad. It's first click, so he'll have time to remove it. He's got money. He's going to pull out Paperclip to break. This doesn't mean that HQ is 1 credit to access for the foreseeable future.
Ooh,
and
getting a global food, yeah.
So that's a pretty reasonable trade. Oh, he's going R&D. He might already just be going for an APOC.
Oh, APOC already, wow.
Interesting. No action.
Yeah, that's what we think too, Andrew. We think he's got an APOC.
Yeah, laundry R&D. Okay, archive. So straight up APOC. 2 quests.
Wow.
APOC. Couple res dice out of the game.
Yeah.
And
I love that art for Apocalypse too. I don't think I've seen that. Very nice.
Yeah, that was a Nationals prize a couple of years ago, I think.
Ah, right. But yeah, I don't think I've seen that all art. Pretty good. Even the label art's pretty nice.
I mean, it's pretty early. It's only 3 ice in the bin. It's a couple daily quests.
Yeah.
He probably can reset from here.
And yeah, getting a new remote.
Possibly Rashida? I'm not sure. He should have Rashida in the deck, I'm assuming.
Another MK Ultra.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
I assume he's going to clear this tag this turn. He has 8 credits. He can probably...
Yeah, nice and early, exactly.
Work some centrals.
Nice
early. Public trail.
Oh, daily cast coming down, giving the runner some money.
Yeah, that feels completely fine.
Yeah, I think both players still in a decent spot. Ooh, getting some more ice.
That's intriguing.
That is intriguing.
Possibly like a public trail here to try and exchange for the food.
Ooh, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
Not public trail, sorry. The 3-2. What's it called?
Yeah, I'm just bad with the names there, Jaden. Funhouse.
Funhouse on server 2. So can walk through that if he doesn't mind taking some more tags.
Yeah, it's true. Who doesn't mind taking a couple tags?
It's just a couple tags.
Just a couple tags.
Seamless launch in hand, so it could be a Bologna actually. There's a single Bologna in the deck, or it could be a food.
Yeah, single Bologna through.
He's laundry. He's gonna go through the Funhouse.
Yeah, that's true, Andrew. If a third APOC gets binned, it's looking pretty good for NB. Well, yeah, do laundry through there.
I mean,
yeah,
that's fine. He's gonna take some tags.
It's gonna take some tags. They sure are.
Is it? If this is a Bologna, oh, it's a QPM. Nice little ruse
QPM?
there.
Ooh.
That's a straight point. Remove the tags to avoid that exchange.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
If he has like a public trail or something, he can possibly land tag and exchange, and that's not just now, but whenever through the match if he keeps them poor.
It's true.
I don't mind seeing that at all.
It's another install advance. Wow.
Should this be another QPM, or could this be again any other agenda?
Roger, I believe they're on three labor.
Yes, three
labor rights. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've seen one in the bin. One in the bin at the moment, or two in the bin.
Moshing. Well, he's throwing out a labor rights, which again, I think when you throw out a labor rights, you have a labor rights.
You must have another.
And with seamlessing, I'm assuming this is going to be the loner.
Yeah. Wow, getting
he's up to 4.
Pretty nice. Seamless launch.
This is a pretty solid recovery.
Yeah, this is.
Rongi Doge is on a lot of money though. See if they can start putting some more pressure on.
Yeah.
There's an open HQ, unresed ice and R&D.
Yeah, Ned's got money though. I think both players are in a fairly decent spot.
Yeah. I mean,
public trail.
Exchange here looks really strong though with the QPM and the food here. So if there's a chance to catch him down, like that could be really quick and good.
Yeah.
Throwing something in the funhouse, icing HQ.
Icing
this
HQ.
Is a very strong post APOC recovery, I think.
Yeah, this is the APOC was very early on, only really getting 2 cards.
Three cards in the day, 3 ice in a daily quest, which and open them up to the food and just meant to get to reset. Max is down to 2 cards left in the bin.
Yeah, Max is turboing through their deck really quickly.
In the bin, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. What else do we have? We have 2 labor rights. We've got some breakers.
2 labor rights in the bin? Yes, you're right. So there's probably a labor rights in hand.
I assume it's got to be in hand because they did ditch the other one.
Yeah. I wonder if
NB not putting too much ice down. Yeah, I think they're in a good spot.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just
keeping it calm. They're keeping enough money to sort of protect centrals where necessary, but also just pushing forward.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, Max is almost gassed out.
I wonder what Max does here. Like, are they going to try and?
Yeah. What? If you're the Max player, what are you trying to do at the moment?
I don't know. I wonder if maybe I just draw the last 2 cards, play the labor rights for just more labor rights and a rebirth.
I assume you need to get the labor rights back. I agree.
Yeah, I mean he does have an APOC in hand, presumably. So, but I really want to see that rebirth. Omar could be good with 2 unresed dice here, and an open APOC. Also, just makes APOC a lot better. So I assume it's Omar almost every time.
We're not sure if they need a draw for the last labor or not, Andrew. We're only speculating. But it's also,
I just feel
he does if he doesn't have anything.
This is my own.
If he does draw, he's definitely got labor rights in hand.
It's just my own bad being a Netrunner. But if I have a labor rights, I'd rather just play it when the stack is empty. I'd rather just not do it with two in the stack. That's just me being sort of greedy.
Well, labor rights being played right there.
Rights. I think that's reasonable.
Doing the exact same play you gonna make if you were in that situation, Jaden.
No, I would draw because I want that symbol chip in hand because I'm stupid.
Oh, okay, Jaden. Fair enough.
Why trash 2 cards when you can trash 0 cards?
It's true. You've got us there. Why trash 2 cards when you can trash 0?
Rashida and 7.
Yeah, Rashida wouldn't be too bad for the corp there.
Especially 1 in hand. That's really going to push him ahead. Doesn't look like Rongi Doge going to do too much this turn. What's he pulling back? Labor rights, rebirth, Deuce's Warp to remove that tag feels good. Rebirth into Omar.
Yep. Okay.
That feels strong as well.
That checks out. It's what do we?
No Rashida. It looks
not
like
a Rashida.
Oh.
Was this? Oh.
QPM.
5 points. Pretty good.
That
very
essentially puts him on game point because now Exchange is super live. Exchange wins the game.
It's true. Yeah.
So I don't think Doge
spot here. 21 credits on the rudder.
I mean,
they need a
APOC does look pretty viable here. So you can run archives, to get into 1.
Again, we
you
assume
can probably
they have
Deuces through. I don't know if APOC.
Oh, liberated coming down.
Liberated, labor. So they're just going to really money up.
Yeah,
I think just avoid any chance of like double public trail or public trail into hard-hitting news.
Ooh, and an advance.
Install advance.
Very, pressuring the runner to do something.
I mean, absolutely. So what could this be? It could be a food, which he can't score this turn because I don't think he has any more seamless launches.
So
it could be... I assume it's possibly an exchange.
They have one. They have two NGO.
That's true. NGO is very viable.
So one NGO potentially left. They've got one in the bin. No, that's Rashida. No,
it looks like he's kind of ignoring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty reasonable. I'm assuming it is an NGO.
It's yeah. I think it's fair to say it might be an NGO. They do have 2 in deck.
He's gone up to 31 credits. He's cleared out that liberated. I wonder if he's probably looking for an APOC this time.
He scored it because he was worried about the Andrew reckons because they were worried about the apocalypse coming down.
Yeah, I think
which is
totally reasonable.
I think that is definitely reasonable. NGO, just like we thought.
Yeah.
Getting some more money for the corp and a new install.
He's putting another card in server 2, which feels and he is.
Ooh, Basilisk being rezzed.
That's fair.
But that said, the corp has a lot of money.
Exactly, they can pay through this. They don't want to take a tag or a net damage here. They want to sort of.
I agree. They just want to
avoid that.
Use some of their many credits.
I assume that it's run archives.
Yeah, I'd be expecting an APOC 2 there.
I'm seeing an APOC, which is pretty doable.
Ooh, trashing a spin doctor, rough.
Which would have been nice.
Ooh.
Sort of recover. Ooh,
15 minutes. Ooh.
I mean, I don't think that necessarily means too much in either direction there.
Good old click for 15 minutes. Get it back.
Giving
in the
them
deck.
a second.
Yep. Yeah. APOC coming down.
That's I don't know where that puts us exactly. I mean, still 17 credits, so it's going to be tough to punish. There is still one more labor rights in hand, I believe, so we could easily get another APOC back.
It's true.
If we thought about it, we could probably figure out what he has in hand.
Yeah,
but I don't really want to
NB
bother.
can be rebuilt, I agree. He's probably in a really good spot.
I think so. I think this is a pretty good spot.
It's not looking too bad. And I've got to assume he's got stuff to rebuild with.
Yeah, I mean, how much ice does he have in his deck? I mean, there's
I need to pull
2 IP block, 3 Mouseless, a Turnpike, a Thoth, 3 Ping, 2 Funhouse.
Yeah.
And we're seeing, I think there's at least 6 in the bin. There's like 7 more pieces of ice. He is going to go to build a remote. Which does like leave him a little vulnerable to more APOCs, but
it's true. But there's three in the bin.
Yeah, but he has a labor rights. It's not going to happen next turn.
Okay. Yeah, so 1 labor rights left.
But
you'll know when it's coming, I guess, is the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He does at least have a clear turn to sort of push some help here.
Yeah, that is
or
true.
if that's a Rashida or a Spin Doctor.
Yeah, Spin Doctor, as pointed out also by Andrew in chat, really good. We agree. It's
yeah, he is playing the labor rights.
Well, there comes the last labor rights.
liberated. Fair enough.
Yeah, keeping
pushing
all the
this
money
remote.
and an APOC. Ooh, Funhouse.
Another Funhouse.
Yeah, you love the Funhouse.
Funhouse is good. It's no
one of your
mostly
recommended cards. Andrew thinks that the APOCs are too costly now. What are your thoughts there, Jaden?
I don't know. I
guess they get low on their breakers.
If you're really concerned about the server 3.
If they APOC gets low on breakers, I guess. Yeah, that is
probably
potential.
I don't know. It kind of depends what happens here. He's going to end the run here.
Not taking a
that's
tag.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Not. Ooh,
and the
Stargate coming down.
Okay,
Ooh.
That's a pretty solid kind of play. We should have been able to see that wasn't in the bin. So
we should have been able to see that. You're
ping. Right. He has trashing a Mouseless, yeah. Which leaves a ping and therefore a food, which is not too bad. It's gonna be hard to hide that food.
It's true, not easily.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah.
Nothing happening in that remote, so it wasn't a Rashida, unfortunately. Don't think it's a Spin Doctor.
You don't think so?
Maybe a pro. Well, I probably would have rezzed it there for draw.
Yeah, very, very
possibly
if they do that, Andrew.
I'm doing the click. Okay, so that's a couple undo clicks from our drop bears.
Jaden.
Shuffling the 15 minutes.
We'll have a speech to the drop bears after this about the undo click etiquette there, Jaden.
Undo click after seeing
very frowned upon by a lot of Just Play bettors. We tend to live with all our misplays.
That's fine. So shuffling the food back in without putting it into HQ. I think that's a pretty smart play.
That's fine, yeah.
He does have a ping in hand. Probably worth throwing that
Oh, install in the remote over.
Install in the remote.
Interesting. What could that
So he's just
be?
going to leave himself open to the Stargate, but it does
It's
sort
true.
of threaten, you know, what is that bloody 3-2? That name I can never remember.
The what card? Sorry, Jade.
The 3-2, the new 3-2 that tomorrow's headline. Could very easily be, you know, a game-winning 3-2 in there.
A 3-2 would be really nice if
Stargate Click 1 is completely good. The food has come back up.
Oh, that is
Still
unfortunate.
Only put him on 4 if he trashes that one.
That only it does put him on 4, correct?
Yeah,
Trashing the global
food in the bin is pretty reasonable.
Ooh, and then getting some money with Liberated, not too bad. It's
oh, he's advancing it.
Very
was
good.
Tomorrow's headline.
Very good game
GG.
from
yes,
there.
the right
NB.
player won. I mean, a player won. I don't care which way. GG. Fascinating game.
Wow,
I think.
well played. Good job there, Neb, with your win. Well done.
Yes.
Finally seeing in chat tomorrow headline. Andrew answering your question. Shame
yes,
about the delay when we see it after we figure it out. Very good win by NB, scoring the 3-2, not letting Stargate get to him.
Yeah, I think doing absolutely the right, like putting just enough on the centrals to make APOCing difficult, not quite difficult necessarily, but to delay it long enough that he could keep jamming stuff through the remote, divert his attention, put points on the board.
That was a fun deck. I like that deck.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of like tag necessary.
Yeah, we just saw them
trail,
kind of scoring agendas, but
kind
of the classic
obviously,
way.
Rongi was really respecting, I think, the credit differentials and sitting back, making money for the game. That gave him a lot of time.
It's true. The
great
game.
Differential. Really excited for MB.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Do we want to jump on another game?
All right, so that one's just finished. We think
Giles versus Ice Prisoner, I think, is the only one left.
Do we want to check that out?
Of course we do. Giles is the only other person I want to win.
It's true. You're gonna be very conflicted.
This is table 7. This is an elimination game, so whoever loses this one.
All right, mine's going back to the other game. I don't know why this happens. We should probably report that at some point. That there's some bug there that happens there. Did yours join?
I've joined successfully.
Huh.
So obviously, I don't think this is on the stream yet.
The old one. All right, the old one takes me back.
Oh my god!
I gotta refresh the browser there, Jaden.
I think you need a refresh.
Yeah, I don't
understand why it doesn't let 4 points. Ice Prisoner is sitting on 2. He's got Clod on the table, Imp on the table, Consume on the table. No counters on any of that. 3 Spin Doctor out of the game already. Turning wheel, couple casts ticking down. 7 credits, no resed ice for Giles Davis.
It's true.
He's got a Maryland ticking up. He's got a double advance card and a double iced remote.
Single ice fair enough. We got Andrew heading over to the other stream because we didn't.
Okay, we're losing our main view.
Which is fair enough.
Completely reasonable.
Look, it's completely reasonable. I would do the same.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we have to refresh sometimes. Interesting board state nonetheless. We still have other people watching.
I assume so.
Yes, yeah. Well, even if we don't, Jane, we never assume we have anyone watching.
Hey, look at that. Oh, Mushin. Where's your background? Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Just
so it replaces the Mushin background. And it's pretty consistent as long as I don't have to reload. Yeah.
I'm intrigued with the 3 Spin Doctors out of the game versus Loop. Intriguing. 16 cards left.
Ooh, yeah,
definitely Loop. A lot of agendas still floating around.
Yeah, it's a
double advance card.
Like a very interesting match here. Coming into it.
We got 1 of each breaker in the bin, which is fine. Let's take a look at Giles' deck list here.
Yeah, you're pulling that up. What are you?
3 Sand, 2 Skunkwork, 3 Mumba Temple, Chrysiums, a Chrysium that is, 3 Vitruvius, 3 Vacheron, a Substantiation, 3 Mega Priest, a lot of fast cards. Got the Vanilla Res here, which is, everyone knows Vanilla. Annoying when you don't have your paper like that. Pretty fine when you don't.
Famously known.
I think it's one of the most flavorful cards in Netrunner. Vanilla is a delicious flavor. It's not bland. Invention. It's not based.
I couldn't agree more with the subtext on Vanilla. Ooh, Gatekeeper.
Yes, I agree. So Vanilla into Gatekeeper. It's going to be a weak server after this, but it's annoying for this one. 5 for the Vanilla.
I agree.
A ton to pull out. It's impossible to pull out for the Black Orchestra. Though he's going to use his Gatchbon maybe to rip a Botulus or
Botulus coming down.
Some options. He did find the Botulus. Yeah. So he'll be able to break the end of the run at least.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, this could be game point for a double advanced card if that was a Vacheron, so I think you definitely have to pressure here.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
I love
we're
seeing
going to
Loop
see him
though.
break
I
the
think
end of the run.
Loop's a nice fun deck.
Loop is, I mean, you can do a lot in Loop. People just love
Yeah,
it for
I
the
think
40
I think
cards. It's
I need to
tempo
play
for
some
doing
more Loop.
stuff you want to do.
Yeah, shuffling. Yep. Okay.
Hippo sandwich up gamble. Gamble account out of the game. That's fine. Catch OP. That's pretty reasonable. Pretty fun. Not getting removed from the game. We are gonna at least see him get some draw and some shuffle potentially here, however much he wants.
Yeah, potentially.
But I assume this agenda is gonna go to the runner here. All 3 cards.
It's what are they?
Oh, shuffling back none. Interesting.
Shuffling back none. Wow. Yeah, that is interesting. Oh, Vitruvius.
Oh no, sorry, 1 Vitruvius.
Yeah, 1 Vitruvius being shuffled in. That was just, I think, a delay thing. That was all.
No, I think it was just
yeah.
taking his time to decide.
You're calling the game too early, Jaden.
I am a little bit, aren't I? I'm a bit hyped up, to be honest.
You
This
are.
lemonade's
You
got
are
a bit of a
very
kick
hyped.
to it.
Again, there's a good reason they call you the Frank.
That is true.
Yeah, you're a lot more hyped up. I guess you're not also playing a game and having to think on your toes.
It was a Vitruvius, so it wouldn't have been game, but still.
It wouldn't have
a lot of counters would have been nice.
Yeah, it's true.
Down to 4 credits, a pretty weak-looking remote at this point. No res central's ice.
I agree.
You know, the turning wheel sort of ticking up. Daily casters are going to come in and give him some money. I feel like Loop looks like he's in a pretty good spot right now.
I agree. Loop's in a pretty good board state. Got money coming in. They're looking pretty good.
I mean, the Maryland's going to come
like you said,
through.
they've got that weak server too, relatively.
Yes, I think so. I mean, it's going to be like hard to get the money up to like put a sand down potentially.
That's true.
Or, you know, I don't think he has places to put Mumba temples that aren't just going to get eaten by Loop.
Yeah.
I mean, fully operational is always pretty viable. He doesn't have that many remotes, but still, if he gets something in that remote, that's 6 credits or 5 credits, however much. But it's going to be a bit of a rebuild, and I have to assume, you know,
it's true.
While Loop is going to start putting a lot of pressure on centrals.
I agree. Yeah, Loop surely, and they have the capacity to do so at the moment. They're not
exactly, and like they have essentially an infinite imp as well, so that's going to really you know, take chunks out of his
42
finds,
copies of imp in a 40 card deck.
Absolutely,
wow. That's what we like to see. 40 card imp decks.
So I mean, if you can find, you know, fully operationals or biotics with that imp, that really takes away a lot of his
Andrew's
options.
back saying maybe a biotic score can still happen.
Biotic is, I think, definitely
that is
on
true.
the table.
Good to see you back,
I mean,
Andrew.
Sorry, there's only 1 biotic in the deck, and it is currently in the bin. 3 spin doctors out, so I don't think he can actually recur it at this point.
That's true.
Unless he over advances a Vitruvius. I don't think there's any other option there.
Let's change the name.
Or a Gatekeeper Fire could. No, Gatekeeper only gets agendas back. What am I talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Andrew with just a ton of insights in the chat that we are overlooking. Yeah, Vacherons are weak versus this deck because of the imp. Absolutely.
That is true. It's
He is going to push on HQ. I think completely reasonable.
Yeah, that's
just to sort of see if he letting him in.
Pushing there.
4 credits to the dice. Presumably not a lot of agendas in hand, considering he just had that Gatekeeper Fire. So I think okay to let him in here.
Yeah, letting him in.
Do you think he imps this?
Gatekeeper.
This Gatekeeper.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, resting the Gatekeeper, the on the turn, I think it's really strong. Like for being able to res like the 6 cost version, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think I agree. That was a good choice to get rid of that, and also getting credit and a draw, not too bad either.
He's going to run this Maryland, try and get rid of that. Which
I mean, yeah, you're just keeping the corp down. Really.
Yeah, pay 3 to deny 4. I think that feels completely fine to me when I have some drip coming in.
Yeah.
You know, turns out the Maryland money makes fully operational harder.
It's
gets
true.
to consume. That's
I think
I
agree. There's good merit of getting rid of the Maryland.
Yes. I forgot he has the Clot on the table as well. So even if he is able to set up a San or set up a Biotic,
there is a Clot. I didn't even recognize that with I forget that artwork is the Clot now.
He does have a Cyberdex Virus Suite somewhere in the deck, so
Okay.
maybe that helps. But there's
Yeah.
a lot to push back through here.
There
at
is
this point.
it's I think definitely siding towards the runner in this game.
I mean, yeah, that was a pretty sick botchless rip. Installing a card. Oh,
Installing 2 cards.
getting it's an Ace
3 cards.
trigger there, and there's
Yeah,
a
there is
fully
an Ace
operational. So
trigger.
he's going to get some money out of that.
That's true.
What do we think is in the remote here? There's no Spin Doctors, no Rashidas. Could just be Maryland's. Maybe a single. There's a Mumba Temple or a Cyberdex.
Yeah, baiting a Cyberdex isn't.
I'm guessing there's
worst.
at least one Maryland out of these 2 cards, and the other one is.
That's fair.
I think it's the Cyberdex, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on, I'll pull up the deck list on the other tab again.
Could just be a Skunkworks in the server too. That also feels like a reasonable step towards setting up.
That's true. There's. Yeah. I guess we'll see what it is. Corp being on 7 credits, not too bad.
Isn't that the whole point of commentating? Is just to guess what's happening? You can't just say we'll see what it is.
Look, Jaden.
Running HQ, you're going to see some more cards. Caesar Sprint. Possibly going to imp that.
Do you get rid of it?
I don't know. I feel like you just sort of start imping stuff just to
send a message.
Get rid of options just to make your accesses better because you feel loop it kind of pushes you up. 4 on the turning one now.
It could be potentially one of those, I guess.
Oh yeah, Mega Pre.
Yeah,
definitely an option.
It's again Andrew understanding these games better.
A risky play.
It's
hey, that's why he was seed 2 and I was seed 26.
Sure was, Jaden. It sure was. It's
fair enough. Do
yeah.
you possibly? I mean, you got four turning wheel counters. Do you want to spend those to see the 2 card? Like, do you want to see everything in hand? Spend 2 of those there. Do you want to turn to R&D? See a bunch there. Do you want to just keep building them up and putting pressure on them? Like,
I think I would like. Oh, another imp coming out, but I think I like putting.
Jesus.
Yeah, another imp.
Resing a Maryland. Fair enough. That's we got 1 Maryland.
Some money.
We don't know server 2. It's looking like a Skunkworks potentially, or possibly the old Mega Pre.
Mega Pre wouldn't be too bad. Again, it's to 5 points.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. What do we got? What are we doing? Oh, purging. Getting rid
I think
of
purge
imp.
is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Seeing an imp come down last click, get rid of it.
Yeah,
seeing
two imps just who don't no one
the
wants that.
Knobkery, obviously means it's not like the strongest purge, but
yeah, that's true.
I think that's completely reasonable.
Yeah. It's
means
I agree.
Almost certainly not a Cyberdex.
Again, because there were three imp tokens at the time.
Yeah.
Which symbol chip coming down.
Symbol chip, that's going to reset an imp, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Keep the pressure
the purge counterplays. Purging is such a an intensive mini game these days. It's kind of cool.
I do like seeing purging a lot more frequently.
Keep going, HQ. We've got a drafter.
Drafter?
I'm assuming there's an MK in the bin. There is a hippo on the table, so this drafter may just get eaten.
Yep,
I'm assuming.
Coming out.
But at least it gets rid of the hippo and can possibly get something new there. Man, but that's also, that's consume. I'm assuming he's going to spend some turning wheel counters to see everything in hand here. Yeah, spending them all. Going to see 3. He'll get a counter on his imp, so he'll be able to imp something. Hedge fund can probably let that sit. I feel like Maryland. 3 to trash the Maryland. Another hedge fund, imp to trash that. Okay. Maybe. Nothing terribly threatening in hand. Though we'll have some money.
Yeah, what did they trash? They got rid of
they got rid of a hedge fund and a Maryland. They are down to 2 credits. They do have, a bunch of credits on.
Okay, so
they consume. Giles is looking pretty like they're in a bad
pretty rough for them. It's
but I think this is not unwinnable, but Loop feels very strong right now. 5 minutes left in the round.
Correcting their spelling there, very good.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, yeah, Jaden. Wow, you're known for your how much you love spelling. Clot was a really nice fight. So an early game Clot.
Yeah, it looks like an early rip of a Clot of a Gachapon to sort of slow down a key score.
Ooh, I didn't realize the game is telling us how much time's left. Very nice.
Yeah,
4 minutes.
I've never seen that before. I
didn't even know that was a feature I did check it. Wow. Yeah, 4
minutes.
10
minutes apparently. Giles is saying.
Maybe I don't. Okay, what's that 4 minutes for then?
I don't know. Maybe they got an extension. Not important.
Okay, I mean, yeah, not important. I again didn't even know that was a thing Jinteki did in the past.
10-minute warning came up in the chat. So
Okay, I see.
in the
okay.
Discord.
Yeah.
Clicking to get 6, which I think is fair. Keep it up. Do you think he's going to possibly push for the Maryland here? Maybe push R&D?
Quite possibly, yeah. Push for the Maryland. Keep the corp low.
I feel like you maybe just want to push R&D and just keep counters up.
If you're pushing R&D, what are you hoping for?
Agendas. Why do you always wonder what I'm hoping for? Agendas every time.
Well,
agendas.
I mean, what
probably
agenda are
reset
you
an
hoping
imp
to
with
hit here, though?
What agenda am I hoping to hit? Probably a Vashron. I can just imp into the bin.
Fair enough. That would make sense.
All right, and he's clicking for a card there.
Yep, he sure is.
Charles is gonna drop. I think probably just hoping to get some kind of HQ ice and play his hedge fund, maybe.
Yeah,
that'll sort of put him on 10 and a little more set to defend.
Yeah,
HQ.
It's not looking good for the corp though.
I think it's rough. I mean, the botchless will be on 2 counters next turn. It's basically free to go into that remote, depending on what that outer ice is. Obviously, I'm assuming that's a skunk works.
Drawing up again, yeah.
In that remote, yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit
and
rough.
Icing HQ. No, that's
not too bad
but...
with a time getting lower now though.
I mean, it is 4v4, so
it's true.
I actually don't know
how does that work here.
In putt
again,
games.
I don't think we ask this question every time it comes up in Adelaide.
Another
and we
hippo.
Don't normally have a top 8, so we don't ever worry about it. We just wonder. Another hippo.
Resing a Hagen, spending 4 for that to be eaten for 3 credits.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel great.
It does not. I agree. It does not feel great there.
I mean, again, it's nice to see the hippos gone. That is all the hippos gone, but you have to withstand so much pressure.
There's a lot of pressure. Ice keeps just putting a lot of pressure on
the main thing he seems to be doing right now is trying to figure out how to defend HQ and not like moving forward at all. With his scoring plan, it's really rough.
Yeah,
and just keep building up consumes.
It's true.
He's not putting. He did imp the hedge fund. So yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
Seeing 2, which should be 2 fresh cards, I believe.
Yes.
Because he imped the hedge fund that was in there last time.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Just in the last click there.
Yeah. They caught definitely in a rough spot.
I think very tough spot. Yeah.
We have no idea what happens if it does go to time in this case. Well, I don't think we do, but do you know, Jen? Again, you're not quite sure on this.
I don't know what happens if we go to time with a tie, to be honest.
Yeah.
Simul chipping for the imp, completely reasonable. Vashron.
Yeah.
It is last click, but I don't think there's any way for him to pull it back, and I think Jars is possibly conceding there, which is I think pretty reasonable.
That is pretty reasonable. Turning wheels are a big problem. Sure is, Andrew. Again, seeing that after this happened. Having a mandatory draw that.
So much pressure there. Just
a lot of
turning
pressure.
Wheel building up.
Good job, Ice.
Able to reset those imps. Consume, keeping his money going.
Last click.
Last click. I mean, does he have any? I can't imagine he has any way to protect this long enough to score out.
Yeah.
Am I right? Is there archive memories left in the deck? I don't think so.
Without pulling it up, I'm not sure, Jaden.
As far as I can tell, the only way for him to pull this back is either overscore of Vitruvius, which will not happen.
Okay.
Or
there we go. There's a concede.
Bad gatekeeper hit. There's a concession. I think completely reasonable.
Yeah, fair enough. Good game from where we joined from.
Looks like some sick gachapon rips. A lot of pressure. Really tough spot there for Giles. Which I believe means Giles has been eliminated after a good fight, seed 8. Unfortunate there. We still have a rooting interest, but
yeah, look,
some good game,
this is. I mean, it's never too late to change the stream title to the journey of NB.
I think that'd be pretty rude to do after he's just been eliminated. I think that would be rude.
No, NB won, didn't they?
Oh, sorry. Yes,
sorry.
NB
I was
talking
about a different game there.
Same person, as far as I'm concerned.
What our channel
every single
currently
person with drop pairs is one person.
Because our stream at the moment, Jaden, is who's up for elimination.
Okay.
Which
cool. So what does this mean for the rest? Like, what does this mean going forward?
I'm not.
So we had Motion
Yeah.
blur. No, soccer win over motion blur. So soccer is still looking pretty
Soccer's in a
undefeated.
good
That'll
spot,
put him
yeah.
into the winners brackets. Ice Prisma lost to motion blur. We saw Rongi Doge.
We sure did.
Unfortunately, he beat Rotage. That's unfortunate. We're not going to get to see. No, I'm looking at the wrong round. What am I
Yeah,
even
I was
talking
very
about?
confused. I was gonna say I think Rotage won.
Yes, Rotage beat Gunslinger.
Yes.
Perfect. That
Yeah,
means we
yeah.
may have a chance of seeing the Tau deck. It does
Oh,
mean
we want to see
Gunslinger
the Tau deck.
is
We
is
talked
out.
so much about it
To
without
everyone
any
hearing
audio.
it.
Wow. Yeah, we
3
really want
corp
to see
wins
Tau.
again this turn. Nope, that's not right. 1 corp win. I don't know how to read this.
What are you reading, Jaden? It's,
I'm just reading numbers that are next to
welcome to
C's.
Just Play Better, where we may or may not be reading things on stream. Andrew's predicting NB versus soccer, which
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I
think our
that is
stream
probably.
objective means we probably should try and follow NB.
I
as
think we
much
should
as
follow
possible.
NB. I agree. We'll follow their game
We'll
definitely
see.
next game. I think that's the way to go. I agree, Jaden. Follow NB.
2 hours.
Yeah, good games. Good games of Netrunner all around. Jaden is of course now muted, just while he quickly answers some stuff. Gunslinger out, Giles Day. Yep, yeah. Ice versus Rotage. Yeah, I believe those are what the pairings are looking like. They'll be Andrew. Not sure on the tie if there's. I assume they're going straight forward. I'm just double checking. I could be wrong on that though, but I assume there's no reason not to for the moment. We can pull up the round 2 still. Yeah, I assume those are the pairings probably. But still, yeah, we've just got to wait for them to come through. Bring the deck list back. But yeah, no, that was a really good, really nice reality deck we're going to be probably following. Keen to see their criminal as well. I haven't seen them play that, I don't think. If I have, I don't recall seeing that. It's got a nice sneak door. Some jailbreaks are fun. Obelisk, wow, okay. Not a interesting. And we'll be. Actually, do we need are the games coming soon? We're not sure. Let's check. What's the chat saying? 1 second. You're back. I'll mute you then, Jaden. Welcome back, Jaden.
Thank you. What did I miss?
Nothing really. Me just kind of rambling on. If I'm being honest, there, Jaden. I am.
Okay, so completely unchanged from when I am here.
Yeah,
Great.
Andrew's speculating on like potentially some of the game matchups.
Yeah, I think theoretically we should see. Oh God, I don't know how this works. Soccer
there'll be a
versus
5 account. What is a
NB
5
Kelly.
account?
What?
There'll be a 5 account in after this round finishes. So feel.
5 account in. I assume that means a 5-minute count in.
Okay.
5 minute.
Okay, so
we got like probably 5 minutes at least till the
sure.
the next round.
I guess I'll change this to the 5-minute timer thing for the moment then.
Yeah. Do we want to take a 5-minute break?
Yeah, I think I'll take a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
There,
all right. We'll be back when things are back.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Yes. All right, Jaden, you there? Yeah,
Right,
we're following the game you wanted to follow for reference, Jaden.
Okay, so it looks like the other streamers will be taking MB Kelly's.
I believe so, yes.
That's good. That works for me.
Welcome back to Just Play Better. We're following the top cut. I'm not sure what we're up to now, but this is the NISEI Asia-Pacific Continental Championship. I'm your host, Martin, and I'm joined by Jaden, aka the Frank.
Also, sorry, is that my complete list of names?
Oh, no, I'm sure there's another one, Jaden. What if you want to tell this the viewers what it is?
So sorry, people may also know me.
Whose game were we
Obviously, I'm
following,
Jaden the Frank. SpaceIce. Please don't call me SpaceIce. I believe we'll be following Rotage versus Motion Blur.
Okay.
Elimination game. Yeah, I think Ginevra is following NB Kelly's journey.
Yeah,
in the top,
I
in the
clarified
top
that
table
in,
there.
joining the game.
Perfect.
Yeah, we finally get to see the Tau deck that you've been wanting to see.
I'm really excited
for going NB game, which
it's
we
already
were
started.
super excited for.
Looks like we've seen a hedge, double ice HQ, Anicam, SMC into a creative comms. They're playing quick, these boys. Setting up a remote.
They sure are, Jaden.
Protecting
They
it.
sure
Double
are
icing
pretty
it.
quick. But yeah, finally get to see the Tau game. I'm really excited. I know you are. We made sure it was
Motion
fun.
Blur is on a really standard-looking PD. I think we have seen this one before, actually.
Yeah.
You know, Skunkworks, there's a Void,
I
there's
believe
border
so.
controls, there's an MCA,
But the Tau, though.
there's
Ooh.
money agendas. Yeah,
Tau
the
with
Tau.
what's the special card we talked about in this
Fear the
game?
Masses is the exciting card here.
Wow.
That's gonna mill cards by running HQ if you can find them. There's 6 of them, all hidden throughout his deck, and if you can join the pieces together, you can unlock the ancient spirits and something. Are you seriously muted this whole time? Okay, that's fine. Okay, we've seen him pay. He's pulled out his paperclip to rip through a border control, slam into a gatekeeper, which has fired. Rashida Fire is going to get him up some money. He's only on. Okay, click for a credit hedge funds. That does put him back into some centrals protecting range.
Good. It's so I believe the NB game, if you are trying to follow that one, is on the other stream.
Yes.
So I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that is the case.
I believe so. And another card into this remote. Now looking a little weaker. Obviously, still does need to find. He's on Unity as his code gate breaker, but you know, can get through that border control. The gatekeeper's not looking too fierce anymore. Sure Gamble's getting him Anicam draw. I do wonder what the balance in this deck between, you know, putting pressure on and just like trying to draw for those Fear the Masses is. You know, I'm sure it's a tough balance. Wow, a lot of installs here in this remote.
Yeah, I'm curious to know on the balance of like applying pressure and setup.
Yeah, I'm assuming we've got an agenda in here with some kind of protective upgrade and a seamless in hand, as they always seem to be in PD. They never are out of them.
Always a seamless, Jaden. You're correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can find his Unity, I feel like he can probably run this server a couple times if need be. Oh, a third
4 cards. Wow, 4 cards in this server.
Jesus Christ.
It's a big server. Wow.
Nope, he's undoing the click. Card in the remote.
We were tricked yet again. We keep getting our hopes up for a 4-card server, and we rarely get that.
I'd love a 4-card server. In there, what would be probably a Spin Doctor is what I'm thinking in that remote, which makes me think there's maybe a Void in this.
Yes.
Oh, he has found his Unity. Control. So he's going to be able to get through this remote, possibly. We'll see if there's, you know, border controls and upgrades too much to keep him out. There is a Void here. So that's going to end the run at least one time, force him back through. Interesting to see. Not quite sure. Okay, it puts him down to 1.
Yeah.
Spin Doctor Res means he can probably do it one more time.
That said, we've seen some wild void reses in this game over our stream yesterday specifically. Some crazy void uses.
Okay, and he's drawing up. He's not challenging.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yep.
Seamless.
Ooh,
for Cyberdex. Just get some money back. Back to 9. Feels pretty good as the co-op there.
I think so. I think the
and seamless back. Very standard expected PD stuff.
It's true. Oh yeah, and Tau getting to do their thing, I guess.
Oh yeah, Gatekeeper on HQ can easily just rush through that.
That's true.
If you find some Fear the Masses. I wonder if you take the border control. I guess you don't want the border control in HQ if you'll fear the masses turn. But taking off the remote really makes the remote feel so much more accessible. But I think that is a clear indication that he's looking to win through fear the masses, not necessarily by
Look,
dismantling the remote.
I really hope we see
Which,
fear
you know
the
what?
masses.
Good news for me. Jailbreak HQ.
That's really the only reason you wanted to stream, Jay,
Crashing a
was
spin
purely to
doctor,
see
that feels
fear
good.
the masses play.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Of
you'll
course.
be very disappointed if we don't see that. You don't care if the fear the masses wins, you just want to see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Rotage has gone down to 0 credits here. And moving through a spin doctor. We're on 2 spin doctors out, 1 in R&D. I wonder if you want to try and save those spin doctors as a bit of insurance against fear the masses, but I think he's just looking to go as fast as possible. And 2 more cards in the remote. With 1 credit for Rotage, it does feel like a time to score, especially with Seamless in hand.
Yeah, it's true. Seamless hand. I know how
Pretty reasonable.
so I have a hard time reading how good of a board Tau has. They don't have money there.
The lack of money feels problematic to me. He's clicking for credit.
Yeah, they do have a Beth, which will do something.
I mean, can
guess.
get the money. I assume Motion Blur is going to score an agenda that gives a bunch of money, so might put him into draw a card or
that is a
click for
possibility.
credit,
Yeah.
get a click range, which feels good still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's a sad click, click, click.
Yeah.
Throw out a VRcation and then a cam and a memory diamond. Yeah.
Yeah, a little rough.
And it's another Seamless.
Another
it's going to be another score. Oof. 7 credits there off that offer.
Yeah, pretty good.
Cannot believe they printed
Corp
that
in a
card,
good
honestly.
spot at the moment. I agree.
Yeah, the remote looks good. We are going to see a Tau border control in R&D. I think that's pretty wise. Does give him some options on the remote there. So back up to 13 credits. He's gone through. Okay, that's fine. Okay, he's getting through his deck. We've seen probably 2/3 of his deck at this point, more or less, got into his hand. So he probably has 4 Fear the Masses. It only costs 2 credits to get into HQ. So if we can do that a couple times, that could be pretty solid, pretty strong. Really, it's really hard to read how Rotage's game looks when we don't know how many Fear the Masses he has. Jailbreak R&D, pay a couple bucks, see a couple cards, get another card draw.
At this point, though, Jaden, how many Fear the Masses would you like to have in your hand?
I would love to have 6 Fear the Masses, please.
Look, fair enough.
Oh, he's ripped a food. That feels pretty solid.
Yeah, pretty
that
nice.
feels.
Oh, and a Cyberdex.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Well, that was
a really good rip. Yeah. Wow.
That's really rough.
That's a pretty good hit.
Jeez.
So,
oh my
wow.
goodness.
Yeah, Jailbreak doing its thing, just winning games. Wow.
And declining to use Tau, it looks like there, which is pretty reasonable given where the ice is. I would personally just swap the unrezzed ice on the remote twice.
Me too. You've always got
throwing
to use
down
your
a daily
ability.
cast.
There's no reason you don't swap 2 unknown ice ever.
Yeah, I agree.
It's always just funny, especially in an actual physical game.
So I assume you're just going to keep pushing in this remote, try and score out. I mean, he's only on 1 credit. Throwing down the daily cast might. Is the game going to last long enough for that to really pay out?
That's an interesting call.
And icing up the centrals there. I think completely reasonable.
I guess that's the change of when Tau goes slightly slower.
Or Rozeki as well. I just don't know. The game's going to go long enough for this to be worth
really
it.
get the value. Yeah, the core being on
Rashida, okay, so not an agenda at least, but still on 15 credits. Presumably can find one here.
I don't see it slowing down as a thing. Yeah.
No. I mean, he's going to have 3 credits come in. He'll be on 6. That might be enough to at least challenge the remote, or we could even look at maybe doing a solid Fear the Masses play. 17 credits. He's going to have a full 6 in hand, presumably, and an advance. And with the Seamless in hand, could very, very easily be
an upgrade.
And that's I think there's a Crisium in this deck. So
Crisium would be very sad for you.
Is there a Crisium in this deck? So there's no Crisium, but it's probably a Skunkworks on HQ.
Yeah.
Really cost that money to come in.
Yeah.
So I think Fear the Masses is possibly off at least for this turn. I don't know that he can really go through there, and I think he needs to try something on the remote, which is going to be tough considering he's got 3 run ends worth of Void in hand.
There's a lot of void, isn't there?
I do think the daily cost of the Rizeki were maybe,
Yeah.
I mean, less than ideal.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Tau has or what the other plays could have been.
Exactly.
Not the worst, but yeah, I do agree. It is probably a little bit too slow at this point with
So.
the current game state.
Yes. What are you? I don't know. Six credits.
What am I? What, Jaden?
Like what are you looking to do here as rotage? As Tau. Yes. The telepresence magician.
What am I looking to do here? What's in
really,
the deck?
I don't know. It seems so unlikely that you'd be able to get through that remote a useful number of times.
Yeah, I'm not. What's a multi?
Sure, let's look at what he may have in his deck that might. Because I don't see that he doesn't have a lot of. I mean, he's got the border control. He probably could rip the equivocation. The only real burst money he might have is Shaw Gamble, which does he have 3 of those in the bin? 2 of those in the bin? I mean, he does have 5 clicks because of Beth, so that gives him a little more.
There are 5 clicks, 6 credits.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not really sure because you gotta. Yeah, like you said, the void keeps you out of this remote pretty well.
I think so.
Do you have to contest it though?
I think the single advance to me makes me think that is likely game point. That is likely a food.
Yeah, I think personally I would have to contest that too.
I think it's worth at least pushing once on the remote to see if
the chat very sad not being able to see the combo go off.
I agree. I don't think we're going to see it this time.
Very, very sad we don't get to see the combo go off. Which is very unfortunate. We're all here for Feed the Masses. Whether or not it's a win or lose, we just want to see it go off.
I think you should just do it anyway. Why not?
Your favorite play is Fear the Masses. I don't think of a single game where you played Fear the Masses you haven't enjoyed doing it, Jaden.
Boy, I think maybe the worst game I ever played was a Fear the Masses deck where this was when I was very early. I didn't really know how to build deck, and I put like 0 draw in it. So every turn would be like click for 2, click for 3, put 3 on a bookmark or something. It was horrible. It was very confusing to my opponent.
Not knowing how to build a deck, really good deck.
It
sounds like something we would still do in a Jake
Absolutely.
game.
I still don't really know.
I'm sure like the only time you beat me with the Fear the Masses when I gave you an extra like 10 turns or something.
Oh yeah. I think opponent generosity is a huge part of winning with Fear the Masses. At least in my experience, Rotage is in the top cut with it, so I have to assume Rotage is clicking for credits, I think.
I mean, it's a lot of.
We're not seeing. Yeah, there's a seamless advance. Oh, it was just a 4-2.
6 points, though. Interesting.
Possibly. I mean, that's a huge amount of money to come through.
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
Seamless back in hand. He still has a click to maybe throw
very
4-2 down.
We probably won't see the Fear the Masses still.
I mean, he's going to be up on what 14 credits or something like that.
Yeah. Look, the daily cast is almost paid off. Like in terms of its whole value.
The skunk work's going to be tough, but he can put another unraised ice on HQ, I guess. I don't know if that's better than just having an ice that you know is 0 credits.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's swapped the unraised HQ ice with the unraised back server ice.
Yeah.
And throwing a card in the remote, I'm assuming that is probably an agenda he can score, but Ruse is already possible.
We assumed the last one was probably a winning one, so
yeah, that's true. But I mean,
at this point, any agenda is now a winning agenda. So
exactly.
Oh, look what we get to see,
he's going for it.
Look what we get to see. Fear the Masses.
That is
one of your all-time favorite cards.
That is.
What century do they res? Oh, maths time. I agree.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If he pulls the Echelon, that's 5 to install it. Boosts. It's going to be at least 1 boost. That's 3, and then 3 to break.
Yeah, a little rough.
And then I don't know that you can get through what I'm assuming is the thing at the back. What is that Skunkworks thing? Yeah.
If it is that,
maybe
yeah.
you could just click through it. Click, click, click. That still leaves you a credit to a click to check archives to see I'm presuming he's milling maybe 4 here. 4 or 5, 3 or 4.
Yeah, there is that possibility.
Yeah.
I
suppose it doesn't need
the masses, though.
he doesn't need to break the last one because he's not going to steal or trash cards this round. So I wonder if
He's not going to steal or trash.
well because the Fear the Masses is force the corp to do it. So
I
not
see.
being able to steal or trash this run doesn't matter.
Yes, masses
I
assemble.
wonder if even just letting them. No, I don't think you want them to install a card. I assume because then they can maybe install over archives or something else
That's true.
horrible.
Yeah,
Might be better to just save your click.
quite possibly. But yeah, masses assemble. As pointed out in the chat, we've had first one. Probably,
This is exciting. So I
this
mean,
is
he's
exciting.
spending one click. I think he needs to spend 2.
Yeah,
which
I'm
means he
not sure
probably
the
can't do
numbers
this
here.
twice. It probably is do this, check the bin. Yes,
That's the assumption we were making too, Rotage.
Yeah, they might want to call a judge for this.
They might want to call a judge. I don't even know who the judge is. But yeah,
as someone who has judged very unimportant games, I would happily say it does not matter.
I feel like
I'm
more recently,
99.9%.
a lot of your judging rulings have been a lot of the really niche kind of combos, mainly because I play dumb cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got very good at ruling cards that aren't typically played often, and they're weird interaction. But I assume this is the case. It's force the corp to trash. Yeah, I assume force the corp to trash once the card is.
Yes. So I guess it's the question of do you let this if you let this second click, like this second subroutine where the corp can install cards fire, you'd maybe have a chance to go back and get a second one, but boy, like a second Fear the Masses run.
Yeah, it seems
but
a
I
bit
assume
rough.
that's maybe another. I mean, they could easily put another ice on HQ.
Hey, at least we got to see one Fear the Masses, Jaden. At least we
like
saw
there's
one.
a very real chance. Oh, he's letting it all fire, so he's going to let the second the install go, which I think is it's very interesting.
Look, at this point, you're just firing for the masses. I don't think
another upgrade on. What is that?
Upgrade. Approaches server. Ooh.
Oh, is that a void?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we got the skunk. I'm not sure what the other one is.
Possibly.
A void, yeah.
No, there's only one, and it's in the remote.
Oh, there's only one. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe it's a. I don't see why virus. It must be another skunkworks, perhaps.
Potentially, yeah. Or firing the gatekeeper to do stuff.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
That is reasonable.
Let motion blur draw cards. Possibly, plays into the mill plan. Interesting decision. He's using it to draw 0. I think that's pretty reasonable. It's going to cost him. So how many are we going to see here? Reveals 4 in hand. So that's going to be 5 cards off the top of R&D. Got 3 clicks to play with.
Yeah, there's...
He didn't trash the skunkworks. He's going again.
That's true. Fear the masses. That's what we want to see again, Jaden.
Absolutely.
So again,
he's
win or lose,
another
fear the masses. We got to see some cards get played.
Yeah.
And that's that's what we love to see. Fear the masses doing something.
Yeah.
Especially out of Tau. I don't think I've seen it out of Tau before.
No, I mean I haven't seen a lot out of Tau, to be honest.
No, I haven't seen a lot of Tau, but never mind. Fear the masses Tau. And again, this is a top 8 deck.
Oh, I'm 100% going to play this deck within the next week or so.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm coming to casuals this week, Jaden, and I expect.
Yeah, we're both going to have this exact deck.
Look, I'm
we'll
probably
both
not going to be on the deck.
Other.
I'm probably not going to have a chance to make a new deck by Thursday.
Well, do it now.
I don't think I can, Jaden.
Okay. Oh, he's possibly rethinking this Fear the Masses run.
Oh no!
Or
this
clicking
like
to break stuff.
Fair enough.
I mean, he surely has to break the. I wonder if he's thinking about maybe breaking the other one and hoping to survive a turn. I feel like surely you have to. I mean, the problem is.
Yeah.
Paying through the skunkworks means paying 5 credits. So he's going to spend all of his money on this run.
I think
so it's going to be really tough to break an Icy Paternoster.
As well there, Jaden. Can't access 2 trash, so there's no way you can afford to run again. Yeah. Ooh, an undo click. And we know how you feel about those as well, Jaden.
Yeah, I think that's actually worse than a game loss. Yeah, I don't know why you keep saying I feel this way. You're the one who tends to enforce weird undo
Look,
click
I
rules.
enforce the rules,
But
Jaden.
you
Doesn't
say
mean
things like,
I
we know how
believe
you
in them.
feel about this, and I
Big
have
difference.
to respond in character being like, oh, I'm really mad about it. I'm not mad.
You are really mad about it.
I'm not
Jaden.
really mad about it. It's fine.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Okay, he's running archives. Oh, let's see if we got
Ooh.
anything.
Off-world office.
Off-world.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay,
You've got an
hey,
off-world.
that gets to 6.
Okay,
He's got
does
2
get to
clicks to
6.
play with.
2 clicks, 7 credits.
Possibly an R&D run here.
Yeah, R&D.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
You can't easily get into the remote.
No, I think the remote
Yeah,
is the remote
I
is
feel like it's
bad.
really got to be an R&D run.
It has to be R&D. Like it can get possibly 1 access in R&D. Depends what the ice is outside. He does have that border control.
And again,
So he
any
does have the
agenda
tower
will do
trigger
it.
here, so he can possibly get the border control off of HQ, or maybe he.
Ooh.
Is it
Oh, yeah,
possibly
actually,
worth
yeah,
taking the
tower.
Ansel off of HQ? No.
Yeah.
No?
I
I don't know. It's still 5 credits for the thing, 1 credit for the gatekeeper, and he can definitely res whatever ice he puts there.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't think it
that
matters
works.
what ice is there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I
probably
agree.
take the
Okay.
border control off of R&D and try and get some access. Maybe just put the gatekeeper there because you know
Put
you
the
can break
gatekeeper
that
there.
for 2.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's probably a fair play.
Oh, gatekeeper over the border. Okay,
Ooh.
well this guarantees he can get an access in, so that's reasonable.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. It's you would have gone for
assume...
the potential double other run then.
No, I think this is smarter than what I would have done.
Fair enough.
Because it means spend 2 for this, 1 on the border control. Oh no, spending 1, letting him draw, and I mean, I guess if he shuffles things back into R&D, that's fine. I think
Drawing
possibly he
0
wants
cards.
to just minimize the amount of money he spends so that he can rip equivocation possibly with this SMC to see an extra card. If he wins off of equivocation,
I'd be so
after
happy.
Fear the Masses, it might be the greatest game that's ever happened.
Look,
I think he's going to be credit perfect to install the equivocation.
I love equivocation. Great card.
Who doesn't love equivocation?
Honestly, I need to play it more again. I don't think it's in my lost deck, and I
So
regret
he'll see 2 cards.
Ooh.
I'm assuming. I don't see, unless he has the equivocation in hand, which I don't think he would.
Which would be a
Fear
bit
the Masses,
unfortunate,
right?
yeah.
So I think he should be able to pull.
I
the
imagine
equivocation
seeing an
C2.
equivocation here, which is again a win of equivocation. There it is.
There we go.
There it is. A great card.
And border control, draw, unseen, no agenda there.
Yeah.
There's a seamless.
Ooh,
oh,
unfortunate.
Surprisingly close game. We got to see a lot of
very close
very
game.
interesting
We
plays
saw
from
Fear
both
the
players.
Masses. We saw equivocation.
I'm very satisfied.
Great. Yeah, good game. I'm glad we got to
10-6,
see.
very close, very interesting.
Yeah.
Any ice in HQ? It's a rare question to ask at the end of the game, but completely interesting here to see whether he would have been. Yeah. Able to ice archives, I think.
Yeah, that's wow.
I think Rotage took some very smart lines on that last turn.
Yeah,
and he got really close.
Equivocation could have done it. It was very close. I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great game.
A really exciting game. I was disappointed Tower didn't get to win, but we did get to see a lot of cool tricks out of it.
It's true. We did get to see some cool tricks out of which I hope I lose to on Thursday when you play this, Jaden.
Absolutely, you will. I mean, you won't.
Well,
look, do we want to see if there's
sure. We'll check if there's a.
NB. It looks like all of them are still going. Do we want to jump in? NB Kelly's game is being streamed, so maybe we can look at Rongi Doge versus Ice Prisma.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it might be done because they're both. It's a Max versus Sports Medal. I'm surprised it's still going.
Yeah,
might be done.
It is still going. 5 points versus 3, and we're in the middle of.
Oh, we've got a Quetzal rebirth. Oh, sorry, we have a rebirth into Quetzal.
Wow. All right.
It's because we got 2 paperclip out of the game. I'm assuming there was an arc lockdown there.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
Man, what a board state.
Okay, let's have a look at this, Jane. What's kind of going on? We got some.
Does that mean there's a paperclip in hand, or are there only 2 in the deck?
I would need to pull it up to confirm that, Jaden.
2 paper. Okay, so all the paperclip are gone.
Okay, so there have to be.
So surely R&D is inaccessible now, unless you can simulchip the Quetzal to get a fresh trigger after clicking through breaking the first one. That's his only out as far as breaking the vanillas. That's a real play that is legal to make.
What do they have to do?
No, that doesn't matter. I was saying he could simulchip his ID in between the vanillas to get a fresh trigger.
Yes, the classic simulchip your ID. Yeah. So okay. So R&D is looking a little locked out.
But still, you're on 5 points.
You're on 5
The
points.
Corp is
Yeah.
only on 3.
And nothing else is looking too locked out at the moment.
I mean,
barrier's still-
APOC is certainly off the table.
Yeah.
I think you can probably just look at poking these remotes,
We can
possibly
look at-
going HQ.
Ooh, a Hyperloop.
Oh, a Hyperloop just off the table.
Wow.
Up to 6.
Okay. Yeah.
Is Ice Prisma's deck doing anything unusual or unexpected as sports metal?
Not
3
to my
Audacity,
memory.
Electro Growth, Sprint,
Yeah, I'll pull that up
Red
too.
Level,
Ice Prisma,
3
what are they?
Jeeves, going fast, completely reasonable.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything.
Oh, a
super surprising with
Botulus.
this.
He does have options. We forgot Botulus, the thing that's in every deck.
He does have. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know how he
Going
just
for a
missed Botulus.
Stargate. I don't know, because we're not good Anarch players. We're like, the
It's
only way
true.
to get through barriers is
I
a
mean,
barrier
I'm
breaker.
not. I'm
Very old-fashioned
I'm
thinking.
primarily a criminal player, Jaden.
That's what makes you a bad Anarch player.
And why are you a bad Anarch player?
I don't know, I play so much Anarch. I
You
still don't
really
know what to do. Okay, we are seeing a Stargate with 1 click left. This could be it. Biotic, Arc Lockdown, Maryland.
Ooh.
Probably the Biotic here, I'm assuming. I don't know if Arc Lockdown is super
Yeah, I mean
relevant.
the co-op's got some credits. They can definitely.
There's no more labor
do
rights.
stuff.
You could, I mean, MK or Black August. I mean, MK possibly, or
Yeah.
Botuluses.
Yeah, it's a tough
If
one.
there's any left in there. I personally would get rid of the Biotic.
Worried about the
I
co-op
think
just
get rid of the
getting
fast mod
points
things.
quickly.
I think so.
Yeah, that is fair. I think I would go for the Biotic. Less worried about the MK and the Black Orc.
I mean, if it is a drafter on HQ and you can't break that, that sucks.
That's true.
But, you know, it also
Again,
is not.
But then the other servers aren't. They have to be scoring immediately. I guess. I think Biotic is a fair call because it's one
He's
of the
trashing
tools
the
to-
Arc Lockdown. That's fair enough.
Okay, yeah. Also a fair option. I guess you want
mean,
to keep your programs.
Also, sorry, I don't know why I thought he had a Black Orchestra installed, but 2 Black
Overclock
Orchestras.
coming down.
Overclocked. Maybe this is a known Jeeves. Yeah, he's got a trash of Jeeves there.
Yep, that's fair. Getting rid of a
So
Jeeves.
just shutting down so much. So he's going to draw into a Biotic with 11 credits. I don't know what he has in hand, but
Me
could
neither.
easily.
This is, it's a, yeah,
Oh, do you know?
interesting board game.
Should we just ask them?
Into. Pardon?
Should we just ask him what he has in hand, just in the chat? Maybe he might tell us.
Nah.
Wrongy don't look. Okay.
Yeah. Do you promise not to look when your opponent says what they've got?
Okay, he is clicking to draw, so I guess maybe he didn't have it, or is maybe looking for something else right now. I'm not quite sure. He might just be looking for more ice for R&D potentially, sort of taxing out a bit, installing a new card.
That's true. They might be looking for more ice. Or you go what? Like how many Biotics have we seen? What were the tool set in this deck? They could do a few fast advanced stuff. I imagine
3 Audacity, 3 Biotic. And what was it?
Okay.
A Maryland? Leaving that there, completely reasonable.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing Audacity in the bin unless I'm missing it. I'm not seeing. So they
I'm
definitely have a
assuming we're
lot
going to
of.
see a Stargate this turn. So go on.
Yeah, I assume they probably gonna go try to fast instead of the ice. I can only imagine they
Running
that's the
HQ.
agenda. Ooh, a gatekeeper.
That's a gatekeeper.
It sure is.
I mean,
4
could.
creds.
Presumably let this fire unless you really want to like reset a
Wow, I miscounted
a
ice.
Botulus. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I mean, 3 draw here is really rough because I think you just want to.
I agree.
Keep
That's I think what the
stargating
corps
with a
are
lock
kind of
of
wanting is draw
R&D.
at the moment.
You don't want him to have a full turn with the Biotic and like the agenda sitting there, so he can just go straight ahead and score it.
Yeah, that seems.
You want him to need to draw for it and then sit on it.
Still, you're on 4 credits.
Is what I feel.
There's not really an easy ways there. I guess you could.
I mean,
kinda...
the resetting the Botulus possibly.
Yeah,
no, he's letting him drip fire at all. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Only 9 cards left in R&D.
I know it's getting pretty short R&D. There you go. Shuffle a Hyperloop.
Mega Pre and Vitruvius back into R&D.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Why not go for a Stargate right there? That really surprised me.
Yeah, I'm not sure either there, Jaden. Not sure.
It's all Botulus and vanilla. Why wouldn't you?
It's true.
I feel slowly second guessing people who are clearly better at the game than me, but I don't quite see the the value of that, of not doing it there.
Yeah, I mean,
A free Stargate.
yeah, yeah, what? Yeah, I'm not sure on the reasoning there either, Jaden. And I don't think, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe they just hoped something was in hand potentially, or they wouldn't res. But yeah, I don't think it was a. I agree. I'm with you on this play. But yeah, I guess the
The
Stargate's
corp
still
is just
online.
looking for credits.
I
Interesting.
guess so. Stuff got shuffled back into.
Oh, there's a
R&D.
clot in the bin. I overlooked that. The clot in the Simul chip.
Ah,
That
I
is a
see.
huge problem.
Okay.
Okay, so we are seeing a Stargate here.
Okay, yeah, so that's not too bad. Yeah, now that agendas are back in R&D, I guess.
This was pretty good for the runner.
Yeah, the runner's in a good
Even so,
spot.
I still would have liked to have seen a Stargate last turn, but I mean, well, red leveled as a Mega Pre.
There's a Mega Pre.
I don't think he has any way to
Yeah, there we
prevent
go.
this from,
That will do it.
getting stolen.
That will do it.
Well played.
Well played. Yeah, good, interesting game to come into.
Yeah,
almost
I
done.
agree.
Yeah, good play. Yeah, big board states. Love seeing Quetzal out. I haven't seen Quetzal in a while.
Yes, a Quetzal rebirth.
Yeah, well, all the paper clips are gone. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
that's a really cool game that we saw.
that was a cool
maybe
ending of a game. Yeah, I
a
agree.
medium exciting part of.
Yeah.
We want to maybe see if that one other game is still NB Kelly, the winners final. Does that mean?
Yeah, we can.
Heist Prisma, I think, is eliminated now. I believe, if I understand how this works correctly.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Jaden. So we want to join this one?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Oh,
jump
okay.
in.
This isn't looking amazing for NB Kelly. He's got 1 point versus Soccer's
Hey, and
6.
for some
We are
reason,
seeing a
it let me
hard-hitting
join the
news
game.
get played.
All right. Yeah. What's a board state looking like? We got a bunch of
A
cards.
triple advanced card in server 4.
Yep.
Possibly another
point to
QPM.
6. Some remove 4 tags landing as we join in. Interesting.
He is down to 0 cards in his stack, 3 in hand.
It's true.
No labor rights played, but so 1 in hand it looks like because there's 2 in the bin. I'm assuming he's on 3.
Yeah, without again double checking.
Soccer just paying through.
It's true, and
to remove those tags. NGO there.
Yeah, it seems
okay.
like.
I think there's still options for MB, but like 6v1 is
6v1 is rough. Yeah.
And then stall advance. No breakers on the board. Not a lot of money, so don't know how effectively he can challenge this remote.
That's true.
Which I mean, if that's the 3-2, the one that his name I always forget. Exchange looks really good here. Nope, sorry, that 3-2 is in his score area. And also, one of the points is a 15 minute, so you can pull that back. So if you can get an exchange through some underhanded means, pull the 15 minutes back. It's not too bad. We got an Omar run here, pretty reasonable. Oh, nice. Archives. Playing the labor rights. What does he want back here? I feel like he probably just wants money, frankly.
Yeah, money.
Liberated labor rights. I think that's totally reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think you definitely want some more money as the runner at this. Looking at this game state. Yeah, labor rights coming down. That'll.
Yeah, liberated. He's gonna click. He's only gonna be on 4 credits. I don't know if there's possibly a public. He's going 0 credits actually. Oh, there's 2 public trail and a hard hitting in the bin, so that's most of his tag punishment.
Yeah.
Like is tag, not punishment, ways of like generating them on his turn.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of cards that. Yeah, it seems like
Clicking
it's been a pretty good match. Which I'm pretty sure is being streamed on Geneva.
Yes, it is.
Ooh. 15 minutes going back into R&D.
Icing archives very reasonable. I think.
Yeah, I agree. Very reasonable.
Lay that down. Seeing a fair amount of solid ice in the bin. 2 Mausless in the bin, a Funhouse, a Ping, a Sink Bree, and a Turnpike. Soccer just clicking that, fully emptying that liberated.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that possibly an APOC still in play here? I'm actually not. I'm only seeing 2 in the bin.
I'm seeing
so maybe
3 in
they
the
just.
bin.
Oh, scoring the
3 APOC in the bin, Jaden.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, you're completely right. We've got a food score. So again, and food, and I put that 15 minutes back last turn as well. So it is 4v5.
Yeah, 4v5. Yeah, the 15 minutes.
And
go
it
back.
is such a grind to get through this MB Kelly deck and stay safe and find points.
It's we haven't seen the NB Kelly like
But
kill
still,
anything.
I mean,
We've just seen him kind of play the game. But
a food will
hasn't-
do it.
A food, yeah, food would do it. Yeah.
There are a couple of food around. Obviously, a QPM is not ideally what you want to see. Presumably, most of the time you'll be getting in with the tag. Now there's ice everywhere.
That is true. Yeah, there is a bunch of ice.
No
We
more
had 5
ballooners
minutes on
out.
the round.
Interesting. So
So,
NB Kelly needs to make some things happen here. Not that
Yeah.
it's his turn.
look, you'd always get the 15 minutes and again figure out what happens on a tie.
Oh God, I don't know how ties work.
I know you bring that up every tournament and just tell players don't get a tie.
Just don't do it. It's
you,
rude.
You don't
It's a
allow us
faux
to get
pas.
a tie. It's wow.
That's correct.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're MB here, what are you trying to do, Jaden? You're trying to.
It really depends what I have available to me. I mean, you kind of have to. Maybe just digging for that 15 minutes is not the worst thing. Only 9 cards left in R&D.
Or do you, yeah, I don't know how a tie plays out, but 15 minutes.
I wonder if there's
definitely an
value in
option.
like spin doctoring some taggy stuff back in. That feels like
Please don't play slow.
that's
slow.
fair.
Yeah, that is fair.
Has been sitting on this turn a little while though. It's a tough spot. It's like
it's a tough spot.
pressure
Yeah.
needs to be applied. Where is the place to put the pressure? I'd say, or do you want to sort of sit back and just be able to get through that server 4 without issues? Because no matter what happens, except for the 15 minutes, it is going to. Oh, he's out of the
ashes
action.
coming down. Or going out.
Interesting.
I should say R&D.
Specified. Right. I guess he might have a labor rights in hand, so we can pull back.
Ooh,
Oh, a Thoth.
Yeah.
That's pretty rude.
That is pretty rude, Jaden.
5 credits to Rez because he gets the money back from the tag, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I assume you take that over the draw here with 3 credits.
That's
Traces for a net damage and to lose a credit. Which is not too bad with 1 tag.
Yeah.
Doesn't end the run.
Hitting a quantum with a tag though would be
that's true. That would be
nice
pretty
for
rude.
the corp.
Pretty,
and then the 15
feel very
minutes
good.
optimal. But yeah, they're running with like a decent amount of money.
He paid 4 credits to avoid the net damage. I think. I mean, he's
stealing the 15 minutes. Not what you want to see.
Straight back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still hard to find. I don't think it changes it too much unless he sees a QPM without a tag.
It's true. It doesn't change much. Do you go HQ or R&D again?
Maybe R&D, frankly. I don't know. It's. I don't know how much HQ pressure is applied previously, so I don't know how much of what's in hand is known. Oh, a ping.
Ooh, a ping.
More tags.
Tags. Ooh.
I mean, it does leave NB Kelly really broke, really like tough to store out of that remote there. But at least it does.
Removing the tags.
Yeah, no, I think let it end and remove the tag is pretty reasonable there. I mean, he could have paid 5 for the paperclip and to go through, but I think you want to have a little more gas in the tank.
Points, you're not.
NB clicking hedge fund, pretty reasonable. Trying to play fast.
Getting some money back up, yeah.
Liberated.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think just gonna possibly just try and empty that out this turn. I'll click it a couple times. Do you think he maybe pushes HQ once? No, he's gonna. Yes, I think he's trying to get an access on R&D. He is gonna rip the paperclip out. See the top of R&D.
Yeah.
Could be spin doctor. I mean, that would have been nice to come through, draw some cards, put some dangerous stuff back in.
That is true.
It's really hard to say what MB Kelly can do for me. I'm just not quite sure what he has access to right now.
They need. Yeah, it's looking a bit rough for NB. The runner still has access to some credits. Spin doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what NB's looking for.
I mean, I think he needs to probably pull the 15 minutes back.
Quite possibly.
Maybe just to sort of flood it out a bit more.
Yeah, it's you're 15-minute back and you need to get that and them to hit a quantum. Otherwise,
they don't need to hit a quantum. It's just Well, you just score that and exchange the quantum for the Bologna. Probably is the way out.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, you could also just score a QPM, like, or find a way to feed that potentially.
Yeah, it's
He needs to
getting very low on
achieve
cards from the deck
multiple
too.
things.
Oh, another ice coming down, trying to stop
Yeah,
the Omar.
I mean, one credit to get through as Omar and Archives is pretty untenable.
Yeah, especially with the pick of 2 servers. Yeah.
I feel like maybe the last click here is pull back to 15 minutes because you have a decent chance to just grab it, score it. That puts you on tie. We all know what happens on a tie, which is
yes. Do you want to
probably
explain
better
to
than
the
losing.
viewers what happens on a tie, Jaden?
Yeah, I'm gonna explain it and just. Oh, sorry, some weird microphone issues.
That's fine,
But
Jaden.
yes, of course, as we all know, on a
again if you want.
tie.
Yes, I could have said it better myself.
Oh, that is time on the round.
Time and round. Oh, unfortunate.
I don't know that NB has a way to score.
Yeah.
From this
okay, it seems
position.
like that's good game.
GG. That was a fast time.
It's taken them 15 minutes back.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
He has a whole turn to accidentally give him a QPM and tie it up.
Oh, could you imagine that's how it ends?
That would be incredible. But Soccer quite wisely just taking money.
Not taking the quantive risk. Fair enough. Yeah, it looked a bit rough there for NB. That's what happens when you bail on him, Jaden, and don't follow the game.
Possibly true.
Again, we'll never know otherwise.
I mean, that was the winners' final. That's his first loss. He's now going to go down, and I believe he's going to await the losers final. No, yeah, he'll play Motion Blur and was it Rongy Dodge who won? Yeah, who won the other game? They play each other. The winner of that plays NB. The winner of that will play Soccer, I believe. Could be completely wrong. Could be a bunch of different other stuff that happens.
Yeah, no, there were some good games. We're seeing less and less as time keeps going forward.
Yes.
Again, I
don't know if we want to do this on or off stream. Do we want to keep streaming, or now that it's going to be one game at a time, do we want to just leave that for Ginevra's stream?
That's a good question, Jane. I'll find out.
Great.
How long is it meant to only be one game?
What was that? From now on out, there should only be one game at a time.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll confirm that. We'll switch screen for the second, Jaden.
Sure.
Any closing thoughts if that is the case though?
These have been some really fun games. I'm definitely going to keep watching, even if we're not streaming anymore. I'm really excited to see.
You can watch it on other channels.
These go forward.
You can watch it on the Twitch. I'm sure NISEI is hosting Ginevra's channel.
She's Mitch. Ginevra is doing some good work through there.
Yeah, I hope so. They definitely were following NB that game.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see how this plays out. I'm still rooting openly for NB. I think he's on 2 cool decks and he's a good dude.
Again, as we've heard here first, it could have been the journey of NB if you didn't want to see Tau pop off.
I mean, Tau did. I consider that Tau popping off.
Yeah,
it just wasn't a game-winning
enough to make you play up for the rest of the week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think there were some good games in Netrunner.
Great games and some okay streaming.
Again, yeah, I agree. We had some okay streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. This is Just Play Better, and again, if you're correct, Jaden, that was it.
I could be wrong. We might have to do more streaming. We might come back and be strapped to this.
All right, we'll take a quick break either way, but I'm pretty sure it's done. So the stream may suddenly either end when we get a resolve, or we'll be back. We're not sure. Unless we can, yeah, we're not sure. But I'm gonna mute us, Jaden.
And we're muted.